Hi, folks, and welcome to the Frankie and Ding Dong Show. I am King Ding Dong. Sitting right here with me is my best friend and colleague, Frankie Avalon, and we're here at Bayside Bowl. It is the 6th of November, 2022, and we are here in Portland, Maine, but we're in China as well, Frankie.
Yeah, it's not the Great Wall of China, but it's the shorter 36-foot wall of China, the CBA short oil pattern here for the Karl World Tour event. This is the top 16 bracket finals, 64 player field today. You'll see it on your screen right now. We have that oil pattern up 23.7 mils, basically like a 1-4 to 1 or 1-6 to 1. It was pretty flat. And tough, and for our short oil pattern, only one lefty. Actually, no, two lefties. Larry King's in the field too with Ramalam taking the cut. So it kind of played pretty fair side to side. The righties had a chance, the lefties had a chance, and some guys that found it with the urethane started striking at the end, like Glossy here on 3 and 4. So 289 his last game. Master Splinter used a purple hammer, and he bowled really good all day, and so did Trash Island using a purple hammer. So a lot of urethane going down the lane. Colonel Sanders using a purple hammer, and he was our tournament leader today at plus 112. Ran away with it in qualifying. So a lot of urethane on short, not a surprise. I used urethane myself, got myself in a little bit of trouble early, but then ended up making a little bit of a comeback to get within 4 pins of the cut going into the last game, and then ran into a few splits in the last pair and kind of bowled myself out of it. But it was a fun day of bowling. And the bowling's not done yet. This is where it gets really fun. We're going to find out who's going to take home a $1,000 first place prize.
Yeah, the bowling is certainly not done, Frankie. We are just in practice for the first round of match play. Now, in this round, remember, the bowlers that have a higher seed actually get a few extra pins based upon their average that they had in the 4 games across qualifying. Again, our high average for the day, Colonel Sanders going plus 112, will be up against Junior Haas, who is negative 60. And so you take those 4-game averages, and it actually gives Colonel Sanders
43 pins.
43 pins. Just this game, though, once round 2 hits, it's all scratch again. So there is no advantage. But in the first round, it definitely does give an advantage to being the top of the field.
Absolutely. We're not, without doing like eliminator rounds or anything, it's our one way of giving the higher seeds a little bit of an advantage for bowling well during qualifying. So it certainly helps. So for our matchups, the 116 he just mentioned, Sanders gets 43. And then also on that pair of lanes, we have Splinter and Glossy. Splinter getting 3. And then we have on 1 and 2, we have 40er and Guns. 40er getting 17. And on that pair, we have Serrano and Roseboom. Serrano getting 17. And then on 5 and 6, how about Trash Island bowling against Couch? He gets 24.
Trash Island was our second
he was great today.
Qualifier today.
And then we have Larry King taking on Crazy Train. Larry getting 12. And then on 7 and 8, we have Ramalam getting 22 over Bucky. And then we have HBK taking on Stephen Major, HBK getting 16. So those are your first round matchups. It looks like practice is winding down. And do you have a prediction on who's going to win this thing, Ding Dong? Let's try to see if anyone out there watching. Give us your prediction in the comments as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We love to see comments across all of our platforms. They come through to us now with our StreamYard broadcasting that we have here. Go ahead and share this to your pages. We are just getting started here in match play. You have HBK over there throwing down a strike after Stephen Major dusts the gutter over there in lane 8.
Yeah, you start owing $1 right out of the gate, so that happens.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, my prediction is going to be the guy that led this tournament, Colonel Sanders. He's been throwing the ball so good lately, as we saw him in the last tournament, the 1-ball brawl. And I feel like he is really controlling the lane front to back. He's got that good rev rate, but he can get up the back of the ball and control the mid lane really well as, for a 2-hander. And he's using a perp daddy, so what's not to love there?
Yeah, and he's allowed to be able to move a little bit left where he's got that big rev rate. Yeah. But I'll tell you right now, for a 2-hander, he's got some great touch in the ball, too.
Oh, 100%.
And he showed that at our last tournament. If you guys were watching the 1-ball brawl, you definitely saw Colonel Sanders put on a show for us that day. And he put on another show today, all the way through qualifying. That guy can put on a show right there in lane 7.
Yeah, he was another one I was looking at. I I don't think a lefty's going to win this tournament. That's just my prediction here. I think it's we might get a lefty through this round, but I think that as more and more games go down there, the right sees a little bit of more push than the left does, and I think it's actually going to set up a little bit of tug room for the righties that the lefties just aren't going to have. So I think a righty's going to win the event. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just my prediction. I like Colonel Sanders to win this thing. What do you got, Ding Dongs?
Yeah, Colonel Sanders is definitely a good call. He had a good look on it all day. I'm not necessarily sold that Ramalam is out of this, though, to tell you the truth. He's always a force. He just rolls it so smooth. I think that once the lanes get squirrelier and squirrelier on this side, it gives him a good chance at shining to the top. But I got to tell you, we got some great players in there as well.
Oh,
I mean, Master Splinter's thrown it great all day today.
Yes.
If he can find a look.
He was another one I was looking at, I think. And, honestly, the problem's going to be they're on the same pair. They're in the same part of the bracket. So, basically, Splinter was going to be my other pick to win this thing just because I was watching him at the end of qualifying. He looked great. So, but the problem is if he advances to the next round, it's going to be him taking on Colonel. So, it's, only one of them are going to basically make it through, unfortunately, because I would love to have seen that matchup take place later on.
Yeah.
But, we'll see what happens here. I like both of their look, both using purple hammers. I know Splinter actually is using a 500 grit one. He had whacked it before qualifying started, told me he wanted a little more surface to control it, and it looked great.
Well, I mean, look at the rest of this field, though. You can't count anyone out. We got players like Michael Fortier. We got Serrano in there, HBK.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Larry King,
it's a loaded
smooth
field.
Lefty, you know what I mean?
Yep.
If he
Larry's
can find
a
a
good player.
look, it should stay there, pretty much lane to lane on this side. Looks like he ran into that lane 5 tightness on that shot and left a little 3-pin there.
Yeah, it does. You almost have to, I think I shot 190 on that pair, pulled the 190 out, game 2. And again, that lane 5, it has that little bit of wiggle spot through the track. You almost have to circle it around it, get closer to the gutter and just bounce it.
Yeah. Well, but you got to give a props up to Glossy Mexican shot.
Oh my God.
289.
What an unbelievable fourth game for him to get in there.
A 9th qualifier after going 289.
It looked like Ricky the Razor was almost going to be a shoe-in to get in with that minus 63. I mean, but Glossy, going plus 89 the last game to move all the way from out of the cut to 9th place was insane.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ricky the Razor, he was the first man out, and that never feels good, Frank.
I'll tell you what, Serrano looks good on 1 and 2. Tony Fernandez, he was. I just only caught the end of his game 4 on 7 and 8, but he made a nice run, shooting a big one at the end to give himself,
Well, I mean, so Tony had a rough start there at 150, but then shot 199 and went a pair of 230s, 233, 234.
Yeah,
so
great.
He was pretty consistent. When you're shooting 233, 234, that means you're hitting the pocket, you're 9 sparing,
Yep,
you're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. And, his look looks great. And he's actually able to get in a little further than some of the other righties are. He's actually almost inside that track area, getting into the track area down lane. So the fact that he's able to play a part of the lane that a lot of guys can't on this short pattern could be an advantage for him.
Yeah, I would have loved to have tried to do that today, Frankie. I just wasn't feeling very good today. My hand and
you're having some pain issues, some grip issues, and that never helps. But the HBK, who used a 3D offset, has now gone to a purple hammer. Lots of perp daddies out there. That looked phenomenal for him. I think he needed something to just pick up a little faster and read and be consistent.
How about this, though? Couch and Junior Haas. You got dad and son out there.
Yeah, that's great. Absolutely. No, I love that. That's really cool to see.
And then, right there, lane 8, Stephen Major, you can't count him out. I mean, he
Another
might have spent the
player.
dollar to dust the gutter. But, again, we talked about this. It's a 36-foot pattern. Where does that force you? It forces you to the gutter. And if you're truly playing the gutter like a great player like Stephen Major, you're going to toss one in there every once in a while.
Right, and if you're not throwing it right. If you're playing the gutter and you don't throw it in the gutter, that means you're not playing the gutter.
You're not playing the gutter. And a lot of people, you tell them, hey, I'll play the gutter, and they'll put their feet on the big dot maybe, and then they'll be right over second arrow gate and say, oh, yeah, I was out to the gutter. No, truly, you weren't out.
That was second arrow.
You were even past first arrow.
You were about 7 boards off.
And to be quite honest, even with my hand hurting and not being able to put much into it, it was a good look. If you got it out there, like the 2-board looked great. It's just I wasn't able to do that consistently enough to
Boy,
make
Splinter
a
got all that one. Yeah,
And he's
ripped
able
off
to
his
move
hands.
in a little bit, kind of like Colonel Sanders, and create a
they're
little
playing a
bit of
similar
room
part of the
because
lane right
he's
now.
getting
Again,
a lot of ball.
Yeah, Splinter's his speed's up too. You look and he's up in that 16, 17 mile an hour range, and like he was telling me, he goes, normally I'm in that 15 mile an hour range here, but the ball's just not losing. Again, as that right hand side transitions and you see that push through the track area, the ball just retains that speed a little bit longer than it was earlier in the day.
Yeah.
So you don't have to throw it harder for the ball to actually get down the lane a little better. See what happens here for Colonel.
A little weak,
a little weaker there, but again, 16:57. I think he'll be happy with that. He's got a comfortable cushion, plus leading this game. And Larry King finding that no hook track area. He needs to be further left on lane 5 to have a chance in that match. He really has to get around that lane and not get up through the track on that lane.
So, guys, go ahead and share this to pages. Put it up on your big screens.
Absolutely.
It's going to be $1,000 going to the winner of this tournament
Yes,
today.
sir.
So we're bowling for some money out here. Again, this is the Karl's World Tour 2015 China Bowling Association short 36 pattern right here live from Bayside Bowl. While we're here, let's give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Brunswick Bowling. They have supplied a Brunswick Defender Hybrid for today's tournament. That was won by Niner, correct?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, congratulations, Niner. And also want to give a shout out to Bowler Builders Pro Shop for supplying free drilling for every raffle ball for the Karl's World Tour Series and for our Frankie and Ding Dong Series this season. Thank you so much to Jimmy Clark. Thank you, Frankie. You work there as well as I do.
Yes, sir.
And we have Nut Sauce, our PWBA resident pro. Come see us at our location right at Just in Time in Lewiston, Maine, or right here at Bayside Bowl in Portland, Maine. We'll be able to hook you up with whatever you need for your bowling needs. So let's get back to the action here. Splinter didn't like it, but holy shit, it blew out the rack. All right, Splinter. Splinter's got a spare double to start. He's looking pretty good up against Gloss, but Gloss just showed us last game that once he finds it, he can be on. So
I agree.
You got to kind of keep your foot on the gas against him. At least put on the cruise control, do something that's gonna keep the pressure on. Couch with a nice strike over there on lane 6. He just put that shit on everything. Did start off with that split open. Yes, every strike was well earned today, and you bowled very well. Splinter, keep it up, my friend. Jimmy Clark, master Splinter owner, and of Bowler Builders Pro Shop.
So, Ding Dong, sorry I was away there for a minute. We had a couple more entries coming in for our tournament next Sunday. We are now down to only 4 spots left for Mulligan Stew next Sunday here at Bayside Bowl. Check-ins 8 o'clock, tournament bowling at 9. Again, that's the tournament where you get to take one shot over in your 4 games of qualifying, one frame over basically. And, that could be a big difference. That could be a 30-pin swing if you do it correctly.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you make it to match play, Frankie, that's when it really gets fun.
It is, because you get to match play and you bowl head-to-head against your opponent, and you get to make your opponent take a frame over, and they can do the same to you. So it turns when you get to match play. It's taking it against your opponent, and your opponent takes it on you, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great event. One of my favorite ones of the year. We have 60 entries right now. We have 4 spots left. You see the email on your screen. You email that email, and we will get you into the tournament. If we're full, we will get you on our waiting list, and we'll let you know where you're at. But the tournament's going to be phenomenal, and we're going to be dropping today on the telecast. I'm going to say right before the final match here, we are going to, while they're bowling practice, we will drop the oil pattern for Mulligan Stew next week.
Yeah,
and we will get it on our page right after that.
Yeah, and once again, this is going to be a custom FDDS signature series oil pattern.
Absolutely.
Ready to download, available
Crash Island
as part of our FDDS pattern library, and we will be dropping that information for you. Frankie said it during the practice before the finals, so you will not want to miss that. Go ahead and email the show at thefrankieanddingdongshow@gmail.com. That is thefrankieanddingdongshow@gmail.com. Get your name on the list. Even if there's a waiting list, get your name on it. You will not want to miss it. It's only a $60 entry. We will be paying $600 to the winner as long as we can fill that. tournament up. And, you guys out there in the bowling world, if you guys want to get better, the best way to get better is to bowl on tough stuff. And, Frankie and Ding Dong, we like to put out that tough stuff. So let's check some comments here. We got a couple comments coming in. Hey, we have Jamaican Jerk. Great bowling today, gentlemen. What did the cut end up being? Well, sir, the cut was Junior Haas at -60. So great question.
Yeah, Jamaican Jerk finished 22nd. Nice finish by Jamaican Jerk. I was right behind you in 23rd, so we bowled together and we finished together. So love you, brother. Thanks for bowling together today. I had a blast, even though, we didn't make the cut, but we had a good time.
Yeah,
so next time we both will.
Absolutely. Lots of fun bowling with you. Hey, keep it up. You're probably over there creating some beautiful pieces of art as we speak. Now, Brandon Knight checks in. Says Shano and Jimmy shit has written all over it. So he's riding the Splinter and Sanders train.
It is, I'll tell you. And Splinter looking pretty freaking good right now. And so he was,
Splinter put that shit on everything.
He does. And, like I said, it was kind of between him and Sanders. I think whoever basically gets off that pair, to me, is going to win this tournament. And I took Sanders in the beginning just because he was so good in qualifying. But, boy, Splinter looks great right now. He's got arguably the best look of anyone in this round right now. And let's take a look at some scores. We have Michael Fortier spares up. So he is now scratch-wise down 1 pin through 4. And then Serrano, just Greek Church. He had a great look going, but he's still going to have the lead on Roseboom. Say he gets 3 here, he'll have basically a 1 pin lead.
If you want to see some magic, though, Serrano might create it right here.
Yeah, he can make this.
And
that hurts on the count.
Too. Yeah, he totally
so
went
6
for
on the
it.
count, 91 through 5. That'll still give him a 17 pin lead right now. Not including the bonus pins.
He's getting a couple pins too, isn't he?
Boy, yeah, he's I think he's getting 17. Let me just double check. I'm going to bring those totals up now.
Oh, wow. Stephen Major just was lucky to break up the 2-8-10 there to leave it just the 10 pins.
So let's see, on 1 and 2. Serrano getting 17. So right now he'll have a 34 pin lead with the pin totals put in. Oh, and a bucket for Crazy Train on lane 5. How's that?
Got a bucket going on over there for HBK as well.
A couple of buckets. So a couple chicken buckets, maybe 1 original, 1 extra crispy.
Yeah, hey, that sounds like a good order to me, Frankie.
Oh, that was out the window. Oh, and another front bucket. Yeah, that's
somebody
the chicken
forgot the chicken for the bearded clam.
Yeah. Glossy with a nice spare. I bet that, I'm going to guess that was 19-2.
Yeah, he throws it pretty hard.
24. Oh, wow, that was harder than I thought it was.
Well, so again, he's using plastic ball though, Frankie.
Oh, I know.
You got to imagine that's not going to.
It didn't look 24 to me when he let it go, but he does throw it hard. So that was an open for Crazy Train. Now let's see. He is giving Larry King 12. So Larry's getting 12. If Larry spares here.
Larry King leaving an 8-pin. Wow, man. That's
hard. Well, I can believe it on lane 6. That lane definitely sparks. Lane 5 doesn't want to hook that much. It wiggles.
Larry's rolling it pretty good today, though.
So Larry, if you take the 12-pin pin differential right now, is down 3.
Splinter missed.
Hamburger sandwich for Splinter.
Let's go, Splinter. Hey, take that and
how's the left?
Move it into the next frame and use it to your advantage, right?
Yes, sir. Oh, Couch splitting the rack with that. Looks like he's using a double cross. So he's making it a match with Trash Island. Trash getting 24. If Trash strikes here, though, he actually will have 107.
Trash is working on
he put that shit on everything. That was a good shot there by Colonel. That's his best shot of the game.
Yeah, and
so he might just be playing around a little bit. I mean, let's get real. He's getting 40-something sticks.
True.
Whoa, Trash with a hamburger sandwich. Is that a trash sandwich?
Trash. That's a trashy hamburger.
A trashy hamburger?
Oh, wow. Rare miss by Buck Ripcord there on the 2-8.
Flagged the 2-8. Yeah, chopped it off, I should say.
Chopped off the head. Yeah, the head.
So he is against Ramalam, and Ramalam covers. Give Ramalam, so he's down. Ramalam down 21, but he's getting 22.
Ooh,
so he has a 1-pin lead over Buck right now.
Wow. So that's a tight one, Frankie?
Yes, it is. Oh, Crazy Train with the sender, giving it the old over-the-top can slap. Giving it, as we call, the Sunny D.
That was over the top, though. That was more like sunny side up.
Sunny side up, is that what we're going to call that one?
All right, let's see if Splinter can capitalize on that good break that he had last time here.
Yeah, I think he will. He'll throw a really good one here. I have a really good feeling. He's going to whack this one.
He whacked the shit out of it.
That high. Wow, not hurt. High. Not too high, too hard. Who gives a shit? It's gone.
It was a 9 count, though, Frankie. He didn't get in too much trouble. Good 10-pin there for HBK.
Kim says, my husband rocks. Yeah, Ramalam does rock. He rocks, he rolls, he does it all.
Yeah, he does. And, yeah.
Whoa, a 5-bagger for El Trashero.
You know,
And, boy, really putting the heat on. I mean, Couch has to strike. I mean, he's given him pins to begin with. And he can't miss now.
This is one beatbox looking mic right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Couch getting a little sender action on lane 6.
Just like a bull, Gutter Boy is attracted to the red mic.
Right? So 11-pin scratch lead for Trash right now. And he's also getting 24. So he's up 35 with 2 frames to go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Michael 40 are peeling it off the one board, leaving a little shaker 7. And his pin difference in his match on 1 and 2 is he's getting 17 from Guns, and he's down 15. So Guns is down 2 right now.
Serrano's getting that
crazy
nice shake
train
through the fronts too as well.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
he's able to move in and create a little bit of arc.
I don't know what Michael 40 is using for a ball. It's definitely resin. It almost looks like an R2D2.
R2D2?
Yeah.
Isn't that
RSTX2?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just call it the R2D2 because that's Hungus's brick ball. Oh, wow. Grabby. McGrabbenstein.
It's kind of funny somebody doesn't have their thumb in the ball.
Yeah, you can still grab it with the palm, though.
Yeah. Larry King, looking smooth.
I mean, if he just finds lane 5, he's throwing some great shots on lane 6.
He just had a great shot on lane 5. So
so he's in good shape.
Both of them have a double working.
So that's going to be the match to watch, right? Because Larry is actually down 3 because he's getting 12, but he's down 15. So that is
a tight match.
That's a tight match. And,
Let's see, Trash Island, he's got some magic going today, doesn't he?
Trash strikes here, this match is over. He's basically up 35 with handicap. Well, not handicap, but extra pins. Oh, he liked it.
Wow,
he liked it.
Oh,
Trash
Island. Crack open the PBR.
I thought he changed his name to Pleasure Island. I'm so confused.
El Polo Loco. He's got all the nicknames.
Yeah,
all the names.
Couch weigh in now. That's definitely over. Couch going through the face for a 7
Wow,
count.
HBK throwing back a rack.
All right, so that match there, let's look at the HBK. He is getting 16 from Stephen Major. Grindham Gaskill doing the same thing I did, basically, shooting yourself in the foot. Yeah, that's a recipe for not success.
Crazy Train just pulled that one and it.
That's great advice from Grindham Gaskill. Don't throw a gutter on a double. All right, so HBK is the AC match. HBK down 36 right there? Am I reading that right? He's getting 16 from Stephen Major, so he's still down 20.
Yeah.
But if Stephen Major spare strikes out, he still wins because that best he can do is 50. He can do that's 30. So that's only 20.
Oh, Ramlam with the shaker.
That's a big hit right there. He needed that one. He's at 142 in the 8th. Ramalam getting 22. That match, believe it or not, if him and Buck will strike out, they tie.
Master Splinter with the crumble
because
biscuit.
Buck right now, if he strikes here, has a 22-pin lead, and he's down. He needs 22 pins. So if they both strike out, they could tie.
That would
with pin difference. Tie. Roseboom going through the nose. He's having not a bad look. He had a double going in there, but so 103 in the 6 to 111. What has he got? He's giving Serrano 17. Oh, really bad shot for 40 there. But he's in trouble because Guns threw that double up against him, and he had to strike out to really put some pressure on Guns. And Guns is such a competitor.
Yeah, he is.
Not a surprise that he's making a run here. 1 and 2 played a little weird today. I actually found that lane 1 was hooking early, but it looked like it kind of set. Oh, Larry tugging one. Oh, wow!
Did
Larry,
that just set up and hold?
Dude, it went high Brooklyn, dead flush, high Brooklyn.
Yeah, baby, putting that shit on everything.
How's the right? How's the right, Larry? How's the right?
Oh,
Carrie's pretty
the
incredible.
most
That was nice.
black 810 you've ever seen
People,
on
you're
lane
just
3.
running over on the right side. Trying
Yeah.
over there, you know?
All right, so let's see. So the 12-pin difference for Larry King and Crazy Train. Crazy Train can strike out for 212, and Larry getting 12 can strike out for 226. So I mean, Larry at this point needs to. He'll have to throw the first one. Oh, trash!
Trash Island. Holy
Seven
shit.
bagger. 7 bagger for trash.
Holy fuck.
Like 7 bags of trash on lane 5 right now.
Yeah, all of the bags of trash after that.
Where you been all season, Trash Island?
Right?
Right.
Bowling on Draft League, he certainly hasn't done that.
Has anyone thrown a 7 bagger on draft league yet? I mean, let's get real.
Yeah, well, true.
That what is it? Polynesian? I don't know. Freaking sweet Asian sauce pattern. Whatever the hell we're bowling on is terrible,
It's better than
but
that.
awesome at the same time.
I'm just
What are we
not a
bowling
fan
on?
of
I don't even know. It's 39 feet. That's all I know.
Malaysia or
Oh, is that what it is? I don't know.
Thailand, yeah.
Oh, Thailand 39. Like I love me some like Thai chili. Don't get me wrong. Little sauce for my wings. See, I was close.
Trying for the gentleman spare there. On
Oh, is that a
lane
gentleman's spare? Look at 40 is just giving up. He's frying.
one. Yeah,
That match is over.
we need some fry sauce over there.
All right, so we had some buckets. Now we got fries. Now are we going to get a
we
Diet
need a
Coke?
shake, don't we? Well,
gonna
we
get
got
Diet
a couple
Coke?
shakers. I mean,
Oh, a Brooklyn
fucking
trash.
trash cannot.
That was the left. Yeah.
Goes what? The back 8 there?
Back 9 for
Back
257 for Trash Island.
Fucking
So
A.
Trash Island giving them the business in the first round of match play. Moving on to the Elite 8. Splinter here just doing his thing. That was really good ball.
Oh, wow. Splinter threw that fucking great.
It makes me wish I had hit it my ball with a 500 pad. Honestly, my pin-up one. I might have actually got it to lay off and not leave so many of those high flush 10s or 6/8s. And, you know, I kind of like his strategy on that. And crazy, that was a big. Crazy Train needed that one because now if he spare strikes, he's 07. And by the way, in the matchup of Stephen Major, HBK did not win.
He did not make up the
And
stagger.
Bucky's going to go down because Ramalam struck. So Ramalam with the double. So even if Bucky goes 204, Ramalam now is in the 190s. Ramalam getting 22, so he will move on.
Tommy Guns is getting a good look.
Larry
there,
King
1
with
and
a
2.
little shaker 9 there, but that's okay for him because, well, let's see.
Ramalam
Actually, no.
goes
Larry's
Brooklyn.
only getting 12. I'm sorry. Okay, yes. So, right, I was misreading that. He's okay. He's only down 2 to Crazy Train with the pin difference. But that was a big spare. Like, it's going to be pin count now. Crazy Train,
Well, Larry needs a spare.
Larry needs a spare. But if Crazy Train strikes, Larry will need 9 to win, 8 to tie. So,
All right, he's got
That's-
a spare.
no, what am I smoking? He had a 12-pin lead. It's over. It's over.
Larry,
Not 2.
was
Larry's
Larry
getting 12.
the pins?
Larry's getting 12.
All right, so Larry.
So it's over. Larry just needed to make the spare. That's what we had to. That's where we were getting. I was getting confused. My apologies. Larry King will move on, providing he doesn't throw it in the moat. If he throws it in the moat and Crazy Train strikes, they tie. That's where the tie came in. And now that's not even a possibility. Even if he throws it in the gutter, he'll win by 1. If he chucks it in the gutter, it'd be funny if he did. Just
throw it in the gutter,
just yeet one right in the fucking left moat.
just like an in-your-face, fuck
Right.
you kind
Right,
of move.
like you know.
You fucking lefties would do something like that.
We
wouldn't
would. Lefties do stuff like that all the time. That's what lefties do. Larry just playing it straight up.
you? Oh, wow.
Like he's trying to find a line for next game or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, Glossy, that was a pretty good shot. Actually, Glossy with
Glossy
a
had it.
4-bagger.
A 289.
All right,
on
let's
that
see here.
shot.
Glossy is giving Splinter 3.
Well, Splinter's on the double, so they're both.
Right, I mean, Splinter's in good shape. I mean, Glossy can bag out for 245, which means Splinter only has to get to 243 to win. And right now, if he spares out, he's in the 230s. Okay, one more strike puts him in the 240s, which is fine. So he strikes in the 9th here, and then he's just clean in the 10th. Doesn't matter what Glossy does. So that match is over.
Well, yeah, but if he doesn't strike here, though.
He doesn't strike here. It definitely makes it way more interesting. That was a little right. That's where that
Oh,
surface
wow.
helps, though. That surface
That's
getting the ball to pick
perp
up.
daddy right there.
Perp Daddy.
That went
Yeah,
through the
Perp
pins.
Daddy. All right, so our match is on 1 and 2. Tommy Guns defeats Michael Fortier, and Zorano was on the wrong lane, I think.
I love it.
Serrano trying to help out Jarrett. Jarrett was already done, but Jarrett said he'll take the strike. So Serrano's locked this one up, but he struck on the wrong lane. That's
He
a
struck
sneaky
with
way to get
Jarrett?
a practice ball, in my opinion. I think that's $1.
So Ruby's asking if she sees her teammate there. Who's your teammate, Ruby?
All right. Didn't matter. He struck anyway. Crazy trade. Nice run today, brother. Nice bowling.
So it looks like we have a second round starting over here for Trash.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And Trash doesn't get that magic on that shot, but leaves himself. Is that a split, Frankie? Is that
Where's
2-10 split?
It's a 8-10
8-10 split.
for Trash to start round 2.
I can't see because of the pole.
And, they're not even waiting. They're just like, you know
they're
what?
like,
We're
fuck
going.
These guys.
We're
out.
going. It's Trash and Larry. Trash versus King. Trash King.
Trash
Hey,
King.
Frankie, I forgot about the ball raffle. Do I send my ticket number? I mentioned no. Anthony, we actually had a winner when we drew it, so it was won by Niner. He actually had the winning ticket. So if he hadn't won, we would have let you know. But so Niner actually won the ball raffle today. Thank you to Brunswick Bowling for providing the Defender Hybrid, won by Niner today, and for Bowler Builders Pro Shop for providing free drilling of the ball.
And so Ruby checks in Crazy Train. Yes, you did see your
Crazy
teammate.
Train.
Then.
Yeah,
Crazy Train.
he lost to Larry King. He had a good match. He lost by, I think, 10 to Larry. 10 difference came in big there. So Zorano won in that run. So it's going to be Zorano against Tommy Guns. They can go right into it if they choose. As the other two matches have, we have Stephen Major taking on Ramalam. Stephen Major starting with a strike. And
So I guess the only one really interesting left is the Splinter Glossy match, right?
yeah, so Splinter's in the 240s right now after that strike. So basically, if he just stays clean with a good count, he's fine. A strike here obviously ends it because he's in the 250s at that point.
Right.
Splinter getting 3 pins, so as long as he can get to 243 or above, then he's locked out Glossy.
All right, well,
Let's see
Here
what
we go.
happens here.
We gave it a chance. Oh, and it hooks
All
early.
right, but that's okay.
It's makeable.
Eight's okay there. It's a 610. So 207 in the 8th. If he
And, I
spares
mean,
this, it's 227 in the 9th. So
Glossy still has to show up. And perform.
well, that's just it. I mean, right here.
It's on Glossy.
Splinter right here, if he right now he's sitting on, say he goes 8-0, that's 233. That would still force Glossy to throw both in the 10th, and that's it. The match is over.
Yeah,
that was out the window.
That's the bucket with the extra leg.
Yeah,
there.
that's the bucket and fries.
Fries.
So Splinter's going to move on no matter what now. So it'll be Master Splinter taking on Colonel Sanders here in the round of 8. So
Oh, Ramalam just chopping the spare.
drops the spare. So and again, once you get into the round of 8, there is no carryover pins. There's no bonus pins. It is just straight up scratch. No practice.
either because
You
you
go right
be
into it.
bowling on the same pair. That you
Right,
just
and then
bowled.
after this, you kind of move around pairs.
Oh,
So that didn't
speaking
matter.
chop,
That didn't matter. He's 233, 234, 235, excuse me, because he got the 1. So Splinter with a really good game. I think he had second high game of that round with 235.
So we are going to see a Sanders.
Yeah, it's going to be a Perp Daddy versus Perp Daddy match. And I think, is Tommy Guns using a Perp Daddy as well? I want to say yes.
I think
He
he
had-
was earlier in
yeah.
the day. I
So, all right. So Larry King goes 7-2, then 9 spare. Trash goes 8-1, and now he's got a 7 count. If he spares this, they're even through 2. Ramalam with a very nice shot on lane 7. He's down 11 right now after 2.
and that doesn't surprise me, Frankie. After chopping that spare, Ramalam was fucking pissed. And he's going to bear down, and he's going to make sure he strikes after that. Trash Island with a nice spare there. So both players going open spare in that match so far. Stephen Major with his first shot on 8 and gets a strike.
Yeah, so he now takes a 21-pin lead. I'd be curious what Colonel Sanders decides to do here. I think Splinter's better look is on lane 3. If I'm Colonel, I make him actually finish on lane 4.
Yeah.
But it looks like Colonel wants to finish the match, and maybe he likes his look on 4 better. So I think he's playing offense instead of defense here, because I think there's no way if he's playing defense he allows Splinter to finish on lane 3 for the 10th frame. But he's thinking probably of his own game instead. Everyone looks at it differently. Actually, Gunn's just using a 3D offset right now.
Yes, he is.
Or at least on lane 1. I don't know if he's
wow.
just done on both lanes.
That looked fucking great, Frankie.
Yeah, that looked awesome.
Stephen Major.
Stephen Major
nice
bringing the thunder here. Putting that
Starting.
shit on everything. Let's
Yeah,
go.
baby, let's go. Okay.
All right, once you get into this round, it's 1-2-2-2-2 the rest of the way out. Guy who starts on the left lane starts first, finishes last. That's a pretty good hit there for Colonel. I think he
Not
might.
bad. It looked like he missed a little in. And
Yeah,
it's still
well,
kind of set up.
That's where I said that on the right side, I think you're creating a little bit of a push through that area of the lane with all the traffic, all the urethane going down the lane.
Yeah, with
So-
all the low diff urethane.
Whoa, look at it.
Serrano.
We got a
just
resin match on 1 and 2 though.
just enough on that one.
So
Here.
resin, urethane, and then we have urethane, resin, and resin. So yeah, so interesting strategies here.
Great spare pickup there for Colonel Sanders on the 10th.
If you're just tuning in, I am Frankie Aberlon. My bestie and co-host King Ding Dong is here with me. We are live for the Karl's World Tour CBA Short Tournament Finals. This is the round of 8. We will be moving to the semifinals after this round. I believe we'll use 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 for that round, and then we will use 3 and 4 for the finals. That's pretty much how we do most events here at Bayside. Thank you to Karl Hungus, Charlie Mitchell for another great event and hosting another wonderful tournament here. Thank you to my wife, Mrs. Brady, for doing all the scoring and brackets and high game and all that fun stuff today. Oh, Splinter going through the face and getting the old Jersey squasher. So he actually takes it's an even match right now after 1. And also thank you to Brunswick Bowling for sponsoring, giving us the Defender Hybrid, which was won by Niner today. And thank you to Bowl Villas Pro Shop for sponsoring and free drilling of all the balls won here this season. So, and don't forget our Mulligan Stew Tournament, the Frankie and Ding Dong Show, will be here at Bayside Bowl next Sunday, November 13th. Check-in at 8 o'clock a.m., tournament at 9 o'clock a.m. And also, don't forget, our oil pattern will drop before the finals of this event, live on the air today, and we will have it on our page at the conclusion of this tournament. You will get the oil pattern. It is another custom FDDS Signature Series pattern created by yours truly, King Ding Dong and the Mad Scientist, giving you guys what you want. Crazy oil patterns, lower scoring paces, and Ding Dong, I think the scoring pace today was lower than I thought it was going to be.
I thought it was going to be a lot higher than it was as well, Frankie. This short pattern really played brutal, though. It played into the strengths of some, though. Obviously, a player like Trash Island, this is the first time we've seen him here on the show.
Wow, look at Splinter with all that shape. That's why I think lane 3 is such a good lane for him. He can create all kinds of angle and shape on that lane. I know that went a little high for a 6-minute, slowed down a little bit, but I love his look on that lane. I think he's going to be pretty happy that's going to be the lane he's going to finish on. If he spares this, which he should, he's a good spare shooter, that match will be even after 2. Tommy Gunn starting with a 10-pin lead. He goes Brooklyn and strikes. He now takes a 20-pin advantage over Serrano.
Just put that shit on everything to
Putting
start his game as well.
Yeah, wipe your feet on the way back, kid.
Absolutely.
You don't want to carry that shit with you next frame.
Stephen Major, great shot, wraps the 10.
Yeah, that was a really good ball. And he's sitting right now, 98 in the 4th. Give him a 29-pin lead, 39-pin lead right now.
Good spare there for Splinter.
Over Ramalam. So Splinter makes a spare. Even match after 2. Splinter with some tasty chicken tenders and tots there. That looks delicious. So Ding Dong, we also need to figure out where we're eating dinner tonight.
I don't know. That's a good question.
If
Somewhere.
we got out of here early enough, it was going to be Brookside.
Okay. Yeah,
What time
Brookside's
is
good
it?
food. What time's that?
2:09?
What time do they close today? Do you know?
We just wanted to eat outside.
Yeah, it's nice out. Beautiful day.
For
Yeah,
November 6th.
I'm in for
Maine.
Brookside. I ate here earlier. Of course, the food here is phenomenal. So
Yeah, absolutely.
if you're in the area, come check it out. Some lanes open, I think, on the east side.
Sanders getting a little mixer there to even up that match.
I'm wearing my custom zombie jersey from Rift Apparel. Actually had another order for a zombie jersey come in today, so thank you for Rift Apparel for being a killer jersey company. And
Yeah, you can check out their
riftapparel.com.
riftapparel.com.
You'll have the custom King Ding Dong crown jerseys. You'll be able to order on there the Lighthouse jersey or the Frankie Skulls or the Frankie Zombie jerseys, and those will start rolling in soon. And I think we're going to be working on some other stuff here, going forward with Rift, and some other things happening. So
yeah, and
keep
of
an eye
course
out
you
for
have
that.
the Frankie and Ding Dong signature
The custom
jerseys that you can order.
Yeah, and I
right
believe we have
from
someone that
Rift
already
Apparel.
ordered one of those.
Yes,
so
we did.
So that's great.
Make sure you go ahead and contact them at Rift. Cedric and Nathan, great guys. They'll help you out. And once you get your Frankie and Ding Dong signature stuff in, make sure you share it on your social medias and use the hashtag #RequestRift.
Absolutely.
And tag us.
Absolutely.
we
We
can check
definitely
them
want
out
to see
too.
them. We want to
Yeah.
see you wearing this stuff.
Absolutely.
Well, I just saw Zorano get the ball to like the half board, and I think he's pretty fortunate to leave a half bucket because that thing had like all kinds of problems written all over it.
Was it wagging it at the gutter a little?
Yeah, he kind of wagged the dog a little bit on that one. So let's see. This was an easy one to chop though with all that hook.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good
that
spare
was great.
there. Really good spare.
Wow, Splinter looks like he's getting comfortable.
Okay, well, if he gets that look on 4, Colonel Sanders might want to run and hide because Splinter threw that one so good
That looked
and got
great.
that ball to just slap that 10 pin halfway across the deck. And I like his look on lane 3, as you know. And I think he might cheat in on that lane and create a little bit more area. It wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me at all either, Frankie.
Because that 4 pin he left last time. I'm thinking in lefty terms.
Yeah.
I think he might make a move. Guns wiggled. That's a bucket for him. Bucket with a small Coke, maybe, or Pepsi, or your drink of choice. Oh, trash! Really good ball.
Island. Wow.
He needs it though because Larry King,
Larry King
not to
is
be denied
coming.
right now.
Taking him behind the woodshed.
Yeah,
This one.
hit the hamburger sandwich working.
Put
Larry
the 2x4
King.
away, Larry. Jesus.
Yeah, Larry with a 46-pin lead. Splinter got. Oh, and that
With
held!
the shim dog.
Wow.
Holy shit. How do you do that on a short pattern, Frankie?
Well, that was a mile an hour faster than his last shot on lane 3, so I'm guessing he made a little foul line adjustment, felt himself tugging it, and just went full send mode.
Right.
And Guns with a nice
Speaking
spare.
of full send mode,
Yeah, that was
gonna be
full
22,
send.
23.
So Tommy Guns with a 30-pin lead through 3. Larry King trying to peel one, and he goes half bucket for a 3-6.
Trying to get the domino strike in effect. there.
Yeah, Larry King sitting right now on a. Let's give him a 44-pin lead if he spares this. Ramalam,
that
beautiful
was so
shot.
smooth.
He's in trouble though. He's 117 in the 6th. Stephen Major was 118 in the 5th. So he's down 31 right now. So he needs to get striking. Let's see what Sanders if he opens up this lane a little bit. That grabbed. That picked up on him. And
He was a little off balance on that one. I think he might have
Yeah.
gave it a little bit too much.
little too much mustard.
Yeah.
Larry
Grabbed on
King.
it
That
a little bit,
that didn't hook at all. And so he's still the lead, but that definitely gives Trash a little bit of hope. Larry with a 30-pin lead now.
Jeez,
Little bit of hope. Little bit of hope.
So, guys, go ahead and comment in here. Who you got, who you backing. Share this on your pages so that way we can get our bowling-loving friends in here. Has anyone shared it and tagged Bayside Bowl?
Oh, I think they need to. That needs to happen. So,
Oh, wow. Turn of events
Serrano
there.
with a nice shot. That was 10 back. So he stays down 30 to Guns.
Ramalam, though.
That was
left
huge.
the
Huge
4,
miss.
6, 7.
Yeah, he had to keep striking, and that one there is going to, for all intents and purposes, end that match with 2 frames to go.
Stephen Major is a good roller. I mean, he's a
Great ball. Yeah, great bowler. Coming up from the south of New England to come up and bowl with us. We appreciate those guys. Sean Richard came up.
Maybe we can get those guys up for Mulligans too.
Well, It's funny you say that because I was talking to Mike Morrissey, and Mike Morrissey signed up for Mulligan Stew today.
Nice.
Whoops.
Ooh,
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera there.
another bucket over there. I mean, the chicken
right.
is popular today. For
I know that Colonel Sanders' ball wiggled, but I wiggled the camera, so I think the double wiggle was not good.
Serrano just threw back a great
Yeah,
rack,
Serrano
but
needed
he's
that
still-
one though. That was a big strike to get back in that match with guns.
Trash
Takes
Island.
full advantage of the Larry King Open. He gets back within 20. He can cut it to 10 pins here in the 9th frame with a strike.
Steve Major came up a little heavy on that one.
Yeah, but just a 4-pin. He'll be happy with that. So he makes that, and so he's got 167 there.
He's in good shape.
He's got a 42-pin lead with 2 frames to go. Like I said, for all intents and purposes. Oh, we got a comment coming in, Ding Dong. What do we got?
Yeah, so Colonel Sanders just chopped that bucket, unfortunately, and that's really.
Oh, we
gonna
got Josh Alfonso.
hurt. Sonny D back in the trash.
Oh, guns with a little roped 10-pin there. So, he's got the lead right now.
Major shaking up everything,
Ooh.
and the 10-pin just kind of
All right,
wiggles.
41
and
pin
says,
lead.
Fuck you.
So, as long as he covers this, the match is over. So, if he were to open this to go to 195, Ramalam could go 205. That means he would have to mark in the 10th to beat him. But a spare here ends the match. Selfishly, we like to see matches come down to the 10th frame, but I'm sure the bowlers who are in the lead do not like that.
Right. They'd rather get it finished as quick as possible.
Absolutely. And
Frankie.
now he can kind of play around the 10th to find something for the next round. Splinter
Speaking
in
of
on that one.
finishing it as quick as possible.
Get it. Yeah,
Oh,
that one was.
wow, I can't
So,
believe that didn't carry.
Well, the last one on 4 got a little further right into the friction. It had more angle. That one looked like it was in. He kind of cut it off a little bit, a little more speed through that track area, and just that 10 pin just didn't want to go. Not quite enough angle to get it out. I think he'd probably tell you the same
Big
thing
shot
if you
for
asked
trash.
him. Oh, trash back within
Put
10.
that shit on everything. Setting up the 10th frame.
That was huge. Got him back within 10. And now Larry King. So let's see. If Trash strikes out, he can go 213. Larry King could go spare in the 9th, strike out for 213.
That would be
Selfishly, I
setting
want to
it
see
up.
Larry go 9 spare,
Setting
strike
it up.
out, and then Trash strike out. That's me being selfish.
Another call out from Ramlam's wife. Ramlam is the man. I got to tell you, he was very impressive in the one ball.
Nice shot for Splinter.
That
Did
was a
Splinter
great
drill a new
spare.
spare ball? I think he did.
It looks like a new spare ball to me.
It looks like brandy new right off the press. Looks like a nice, one of those pearl black Maxims. I could be wrong.
Oh, Larry King gets the 710.
It is
go
one of those
out.
sexy Maxims. That is a nice looking spare ball. You can order one of those at Bowler Builders Pro Shops now.
Ramlam with a nice strike there. A little, too late,
What
unfortunately.
did Kim Ramsdale say?
She said Ram was the man. I already brought it up on the thing.
Yeah. So Larry King with a huge strike. That's going to make it harder for ties. And that one by Serrano was a big 4.
Yeah, that's going to
But if Larry King were to go 9 spare strike, he could go 212, which means Trash could strike out to win by 1. Yeah, this strike here locks it up. There it is.
That was a great
puts
shot
Larry in
by
the
Larry
220s.
King right there.
Which is going to put a lefty into the semifinals. And Ramalam with a shaker 7 at the
Can't get it
academic
to
at this
shake down.
point. He's in the 180s. Stephen Major's already locked it up. Oh, that was
Splinter got
way
it out.
right.
Oh,
I told
and
you
it
lane
came
3.
back.
I told you lane 3. That's his lane. He has made lane 3 his female dog, folks.
Bish.
Yeah.
Fish.
Yes. He has
Fish.
made lane 3 his Maggie Moo.
Maggie Mo. Trash
Oh, and Larry leaving no doubt in the 230s. It's over.
Great
Trash
game,
Island
Larry
with a
King there.
nice run today, though. So we're going to
It's
have
not
a
over
lefty
yet.
making up for.
For Larry King, he's going to be moving on.
Oh, no. Larry's still going. Boy, we got the lone lefty fighting the good fight for us out there.
Serrano's
As
kinda
Frankie
lost
predicted
his
no
look.
lefties in the finals, and Larry trying to prove me wrong. Larry trying to prove Frankie wrong here. Stephen Major just a test shot for the next round. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, it did.
Colonel Oh, that might have been his
Karl
best
threw a
shot of the
great
match.
shot,
Yeah, Colonel down right now, 15 in the 5th, but that straw there, if he strikes here in the 7th, can cut that to 5. Larry with a beautiful, what a finish for Larry
Wow,
King,
great
233.
Great pull in there.
9 strike, 233 for Larry. Who the fuck needs spares when you're shooting 9 strikes?
Right, exactly.
That's what Larry said. He only made 1.
So Larry King will be moving on with
Larry
that
King
great
in the
game there.
semifinals here.
Trash Island, gonna give it up for him though. Great showing for him today.
And we're not talking like CNN Larry King here. This is the lefty Larry King.
Lefty, smooth lefty.
Smooth lefty Larry.
So Tommy Guns threw another strike over there. He's well in control of that match.
So Mrs. Brady sitting next to me,
Nice one, Trash.
or standing next to me. How's the Patriots game going, by the way?
We're
So it looks like we could.
13-0.
13-0. All right.
What are we
well, that's
using?
good.
1, 2, and then
Buckle my
5
shoe?
and 6 for the next
Oh,
round.
sorry. I thought we were going corn there. 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
We need some suggestions on where we're going to eat because I'm starving.
We already said Brookside. We could go outside with the nice weather, maybe.
It looks a little cloudy out. Is
Is
it?
it?
But I got a rain notification.
Uh-oh. So maybe not. What are we
All right.
thinking then?
Oh,
Well, that
no,
barbecue
just the
joint
camera.
next door was really good. We had a couple weeks
I
ago.
have rain too. Oh,
You guys want to go to the barbecue joint next door? That was some really good food. Like that freaking mac and cheese I had was awesome over there. I'm up for anything though. I don't care. We had what we have last night. Oh, Friday night we went out and had Mexican at El Tequila, which was
Yes, we did.
awesome. Yesterday I was working on there was a Volkswagen Central for Frankie yesterday, but she's running good now. New plugs, another oxygen sensor. I replaced 2 of those now.
All right.
So
There, we'll move into the action a little bit
There we
better
go.
there for you.
All
Because
right,
the next
so-
round is just going to be on 1 and 2 and 5
5 and 6, so we don't really need to worry about 7 and 8. Master Splinter can take a little bit of a stranglehold here. Right now, he's sitting on a 15-pin lead, can make that 25 with a double. And if he strikes here, Colonel Sanders is in real trouble because he will be going to his better lane with a double work.
With the double work.
I like his chances because I think he'll get a little more shape here. He got it.
Oh,
he
he
got
got
it.
it.
There's a big
Very
double.
good.
So that gives him a 25-pin lead, and if he extends this to 35 through 8, Colonel Sanders is in big trouble. And like I said earlier, realizing that them two are going to meet if they both won in the quarterfinals, I really think whoever won this match has a really good shot at winning the whole thing, and I'm not going to come up. I might die on that hill.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
You know.
Those were the 2 players that I thought
But,
had a really
I mean,
good
Stephen
look as well.
Major looked phenomenal in that round.
True.
Tommy Guns could go 230. Again,
Tommy's
he's going to be right
always a
here.
force, yeah.
Larry King shot 233. So, I mean, literally everyone that's going to advance is throwing up some numbers on a pattern that there wasn't a ton of numbers thrown today.
Right,
Um,
and so they're earning it for
We
sure.
only, what do we have, 7 players, 8 players positive? Like about half the guys that made the cut, I would say. right?
7 players
7
positive,
positive?
Frankie.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at, ooh. He liked it too, you can
I'm
tell.
a little weak on that one.
Yeah, I think it kind of shaped the hair late, honestly. Serrano, that's academic. That match is over. So Splinter now carrying the 24-pin lead.
Splinter just needs to knock down this 10-pin right here. And he's still well in the lead in that match up against Colonel Sanders. But you never count a player like Colonel Sanders out. He's done very well as of late. And I got to tell you, he's earning it. He's putting in the time. He's doing very well. With the spare here, now Splinter be 158 with 7 spare need. Sanders 114 to 6 spare to 7. And that is a good spare by Splinter there. So Splinter 158 to 7 spare in 8th. He's going to have a 24-pin advantage. And, even if we get a strike here out of Sanders on lane 4. But I wouldn't count Sanders out. This is a tough tournament. You missed by just a little bit. and it could really, really put the hurt on quick. So Sanders taking his time. He's setting up on lane 4. Here we go. We gave it room. And
Frankie was over there
now
trying
we
to work a ball deal to get the ball from Niner. That
Beautiful.
defender hybrid, by the way.
Oh, that's a pretty ball, Frankie. That new
Oh, my God.
HK22 cover stock formula.
Mr. Morrissey here signed up for the Mulligan Stew next week, so that's going to be a good one.
That is going to be a fun tournament.
That tournament's a blast. You get to take one shot over in your 4 games of qualifying. It's going to be announced right before the finals. We're going to announce it live on the air, and then we'll post it right after this is over. So we actually will have the graph up on the screen for people and everything. So
we're one short game away, folks, from announcing that pattern.
Yes,
You're
we are
gonna
closing
get in on it
We are
anyways,
oh, yeah.
because it's going to
And
be
by
a
the
tough
way, we're down to
tournament.
only 4 spots left at this point.
All right, so sign up, get in, get on the waiting list if you need to.
Let me
It's
see
gonna
if
be
we
a
got any
tournament
emails.
you
Did any
will
emails
not wanna
roll in yet?
miss.
Not yet, but let me look in the. Oh, but what is this?
If you want to roll on some tough stuff, come and bowl one of our tournaments.
Let me check the spam folder. Sometimes people's emails go there for whatever reason. Nope, nothing there. So we are. That sauce sent me a text message. That's hilarious. All right, dollar on late too.
So,
All right, so what do we got going on here?
so we have Tommy Guns moving on.
Oh yeah, that's
On 1 and 2, and Colonel Sanders looking at a 4-pin.
yeah.
Ball
Colonel
just stuck
Sanders
up
needed
just
to
a little
strike there.
heavy
That
right
was
there.
a big.
Wow.
Now the match is over pretty much. That gives him 162 in the 9th.
He kind of tried to soft roll it across the lane.
Yeah, and it
there,
rolled
and
all right.
It rolled, yeah.
And Tommy Gunn's just kind of, I think, playing around now. It's not going to matter. So now Splinter here, I think what he does, if he just puts a good one here in the 9th, if I'm him, I do a test shot in the 10th. I try something that might be out of your comfort zone, just in case you get to another pair of lanes that
Doesn't
you might
have
need to
the
do that.
shape that he's been.
Right,
I
right.
don't know. That fucking purple's been looking great though. And with a shape like that on this pattern, he's got to see that around the house, not a lot of people had that good of a look. Getting a good 9 there, Splinter did. Yeah. With the good spare here, like you said, Frankie, he could play around.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he spares here. He's already in the 190s no matter what. The best that Colonel can do is 192. So, I mean, if I'm Splinter, I definitely, just take care of your business here, make the spare, and then you could take your money.
Give her the business.
Give her the dinner.
Flash her the
That's
business.
what the old Rolling Thunder would say. He'd say, "Give her the dinner,"
Give her the dinner.
and then you can
Rolling Thunder sounds like you would do.
give her the corn.
Corn?
Give her the corn.
Sounds like thunder. All right, so Splinter goes ahead and does clean that one up. Let's see what he does here in the 10. Sonny D, hot supper.
Hot supper. Yes, sir.
Somebody's going to be eating some hot supper tonight once they win the $1,000 here in the Karl's World Tour.
Yeah, you can
China
afford
Bowling Association, short 36.
Shorty McShortenstein
We'll show the pattern after this, after the conclusion
after the
of this match.
semifinals. No, it's before the finals.
Well, no, the pattern for this tournament.
Oh,
that
this
we're going
tournament.
on,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right, so Splinter's moving on. So my prediction of Colonel winning the tournament is
here we go.
clearly wrong.
So Splinter threw a strike to start the 10th, and now he's going to play around.
Yeah, that's a great move. I totally agree with that. He's on board with the Frankie philosophy. And I have yet to dark cloud someone today, so that's good.
Well, that's a bonus.
But the day is still young. There's plenty of time for me to tell someone that they can throw a good shot and then they'll go 6 through the face or something. So there's always time for that.
Always time, Frankie. Always time.
Let's see. What did
So let's
Splinter?
see.
What did he grab? I didn't get to see what he took out of his bag. It looks like the purple reactive.
That was out the window a little bit.
I mean, maybe if it had a 500 pad on it ahead of time, that would have been okay.
Looks like there's a purple reactive on the rack over there, Frankie. already.
That was definitely a purple reactive he shot. I see it.
Was it?
Is that? No, I don't think that's a purple reactive. The
One
one
at
that's
the
right
end?
on the end. I don't think that is.
No?
No. I don't think so. I'm actually quite certain it's not because it's got a bigger logo on the side. I don't know what that is.
Probably Holden.
Oh, that
as well.
looked like absolute not good either. Power torque Karl. It's way too clean, I think. I think he'll be happy to stay with the Perp Daddy and move on.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's show the pattern that we bowled on today.
Absolutely. Let's do that
And,
right now.
Talk a little bit about that. It's the China Bowling Association short 36
By the way,
pattern.
Mad Scientist is standing right next to me. So
Very, very tough.
we already
pattern
told
today.
everybody before the final match, we're going to release the pattern for everyone.
Yes.
For next Sunday, for Mulligan Stew. So
So Mad Scientist Greg
pretty excited
helping
for
us
that. So
develop
Greg
these
coming up
patterns.
with helping us come up with a great pattern, and boy, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting.
Greg
You
does the hard
will
work
not
behind the
want to
scenes.
miss this. And today's pattern.
This
36
pattern, I
feet.
thought the cut would be higher. I mean, the scores were lower than I thought it was going to be. But again, with that lower ratio, flattening the pattern out, I guess I probably should have tempered my expectations.
Yeah, it definitely was heated in the middle. The ball would spark if you missed left for sure. And then if you missed right and had too much angle in the front, there was
Right.
no way it was coming
Yeah.
back.
It was tough.
If you played it right up in front of you, like 3-board, 2-board, it looked great, really great.
That's a hard
or
hard area to split boards.
Yeah, or
Don't
if
got much
you were like
I
Splinter,
thought a really good look, like
Splinter
playing
had a
around
little-
like 6 to 2-3 was a really good look. It looked awesome, but again, doesn't give you a lot of room to miss. You get in around 8-9, and it starts going high, and you try to get it out and swing it out, and wants to wiggle. You know, you got to basically start it on the edge of that track area, get it to the gutter, watch it bounce. Or right now, the righties have gotten a little bit of push through the inside of that track area. Now you can take urethane that starts up a little faster and watch it roll through that track area and then sit there in the back part of the lane and go high flush. So,
yeah,
Larry's still playing, close to the gutter, which is, I mean, for a lefty to win this tournament, he's going to have to be deadly accurate out on that air part of the lane.
Well, and Larry, he's one of those smooth lefties that always plays, pretty close to the gutter,
Yep.
Earl Anthony style,
Yep,
if you will.
absolutely.
And so it doesn't surprise me that this pattern plays to his strengths, really.
I agree.
So it's nice to see him in there. And
I love Larry. He's such a nice guy, too, and nice to see him come up and support the tournament.
So it looks like we're going to have a Larry King, Stephen Major match and a Tommy Guns and Master Splinter match this round.
Absolutely.
So the Larry King, Stephen Major match will be on 1 and 2. And the Master Splinter, Tommy Guns match will be on 5 and 6. You're looking at the China Bowling Association short 36 oil pattern.
Semifinals coming up.
This
so
is what we bowled on
semifinals,
today.
we got
Really
Larry
tight.
King taking on Stephen Major.
The
and then
cut
I
today
think Tommy Gunn's
was
taking on
negative
Splinter,
60.
So we got a
to
bowl
make it
match and then an
into
out-of-town match.
the
So.
Cashers round. There was only 7 players to go positive today, with one player, kind of running away from the field, going plus 112. That was Colonel Sanders. Second place was only plus 43, 69 pins back, and that was Trash Island. We had 64 players in the field today. Thank you for all you guys for attending. Definitely was a challenging pattern. But we did see a 289 game out there. Glossy Mexican shot 289 in game 4 of qualifying to sneak his way all the way up to 9th place, making the Cashers round. Unfortunately, the unlucky guy out, Ricky the Razor, 3 pins out of the Cashers round today. Once again, you're looking at what we bowled on today, the China Bowling Association short 36. We'll be getting into a couple minutes practice, probably, Frankie.
I think it's like 2.
I think semifinal round.
I think it's
here.
2 minutes because we're, the guys have been bowling all day, so they really don't do just 2 on a pair. They really don't need more than 2 minutes. I think that's what we usually do is 2 minutes. 4 minutes when there's 4 prepared for the first round, and then we get down to 2 minutes practice once we move. So we have Master Splinter taking on Tommy Guns, and we have Stephen Major, Larry King. Who do you got here winning? I got Stephen Major. I have a Stephen Major Master Splinter finals on 3 and 4. What do you got?
I can get on board with that, actually. Master Splinter has a great look. Tommy Guns, always a great bowler for sure. You never know in that matchup, but I got to say Master Splinter, it looks like if the lanes get really tough, he can start to loft the fronts a little bit.
Right.
I don't know if that's going to be to his advantage or not.
I don't know if you're going to have to loft it too much on lane 5. That lane usually sets up pretty well. It's definitely not going to overreact on you.
So, again, they're on for 2 minutes of practice. So these are just practice shots, folks. These are not
Nice run
for
today,
score
Serrano.
yet.
Thanks, man.
Nice ball today,
Thank
Serrano.
you. Thank you. Had a good
Thanks
time.
for-
That was awesome.
Thanks for coming out, supporting the event. What a great run by you those last couple of games in qualifying to really set yourself up in good position.
Open up with 150 is not my strategy.
No, I can't imagine.
That's
but
a
definitely-
Frankie strategy. That's what I usually do, and then you kind of pulled the Frankie qualifying.
Oh, okay. Well, monkey see, monkey do.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, it looked like you found a good look, though, going to pair of 230s there.
Well, Jimmy really lined me up. I feel like cheating because whenever I'm on a pair with him, I just copy what he does. I feel like I'm cheating in school.
As long as you're writing down the right answer, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So.
Him and Tommy Guns, I just usually copy off them on a hard shot because I'm not smart enough to figure out.
Listen, these
where
two are
I'm supposed to throw.
two of the final 4, so there's way worse people to copy off from.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Him and Buck,
Right.
those guys in Buck, that's usually what I do.
So look at
it
Splinter
seemed
getting
like
out there with
a
the power
pretty good
torque curl on the
strategy
gutter.
for you. You had
These
a great
guys are
run
both
today.
throwing the ball so pure, it's not even funny.
Yeah, look like Tommy Guns right now using the damn good Verge shocker. I know that's like his favorite ball.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
won a lot of money with that ball.
Yes, he has.
This is probably the best I've seen him throw. He always throws awesome, but Jesus Christ, man, he's curing the ball right now. Every shot, it's awesome to watch.
Yeah, so Jimmy just used the power torque curl and just nutted it on lane 4.
I saw that. He moved way
Let's see what
right.
he does with the perp daddy.
He's
been nuts with that too,
I've
so.
been watching him the last 4 games. He's been nutting a lot of shots.
Yeah.
He's throwing it really good today.
I think
We
the
bowled
perp
out
daddy.
in Rochester on nationals with Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When he gets on a challenging shot, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Yeah,
Tommy
for sure.
Guns.
I couldn't
Great player.
copy him on that shot.
Yeah, he's got it going on. So
yeah.
Oh,
We've
shoot,
seen
you guys
him a
live
lot.
right now?
we're live. Yeah, you're right
Yeah,
in the
we're
booth with
live,
us.
yeah.
We got you with the third man in right now.
Oh, you're
Serrano
welcome.
here.
So we're here with Serrano, who had a nice top 8 finish today, losing to Tommy Guns in the quarters. There's nothing to sneeze at. So nice run today.
Thank you.
Nice little paycheck, and get to do bowl on a tough pattern and something different than we bowl on every week.
Yeah, that was a great time. It was a great shot. It's hard to find, but once you find it, it's playable. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When the transition beat me up though.
Well, it happens, you know.
I'm not smart enough to do the transition. These guys can't help me with the transition unless they're on my pair.
Wow, a little surprised that Splinter got out of the purple hammer and went to the power torque curl, but
I am
Yes.
too.
all right, take
Hey,
care, Serrano. Nice bowl today.
Hey.
So he goes power torque curl, and that one just a little shaker 2-pin. But I'll be interested. It's always interesting to see when is the right time to get out of urethane. When
Yeah,
is that?
absolutely.
And maybe that is the time for him. He kind of liked it, I think.
I think the urethane gave him a little bit more room, though. Honestly, Frankie, he was able to actually move a little bit left of where he was with that power torque curl.
We got a comment coming in. What do we got
However,
here?
he's the one out there. He's the one feeling the ball. So if he's feeling that power torque,
And missed it to the right, so he starts 9-0. And so that's that lane 5. You try to throw it through that tricky little track area, and it just doesn't want to go.
so Sonny D checking in, saying great
Yeah,
bowling to
absolutely,
Tony
for
Serrano,
sure. Yeah.
who was just here in the booth.
And nice spare for Larry King, so he starts there. And so Tommy Guns will start his match against Master Splinter, who went 9-0 in the first frame.
My name is Beaches, and I'm the best all the DJs want to feel my breast. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup.
Coming in hot with a little Coming to America reference from Gutter Boy.
Tommy Guns making Splinter pay for that miss in the first frame there. Serrano was right. Tommy's been rolling really great this season. Those of you guys that are a fan of our show, you've seen him on here several times, not only this season,
absolutely.
but past seasons as well. Formidable player. Actually, he is a champion Dance Revolution player.
Yeah.
That kid's got some of the fastest fucking feet I've ever seen.
Oh, for sure. He can move those legs, and
it's harder for him, I think, to slow down than to speed up. So we'll see what happens on lane 5. It's what I call the wiggle lane. Track area on that lane does not want to hook. We'll see what Tommy does here.
Looks like he moved right.
Oh,
He's using a different lock
almost
on
he
5.
crumbled the bucket and left just the 5 pin, so his ball wiggled through the track area as well. Stephen Major just nutting it. The ball finishes left of the 8 pin, so that's
Starting with a double there.
takes a 10-pin lead over Larry King in their semifinal match. So I believe the losers in this round get $300. It's either $250 or $300, one of the two. But either way, a good payday. And yeah,
boy.
Hold on.
Oh, wow. I got you. So Tommy Guns kind of repeats what Splinter did there on lane 5.
It was
Holden.
Holden. Is he still here? Is Holden still here?
Yeah, he's here.
Where is he? Holden, right here. You got money. You won the last side game.
Wait, Austin?
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, it was 98, right?
All right, Splinter coming up on lane 6. He's still got the power torque curl in his hand. Wow, that one looked good. Looked like he actually let that one roll a little bit better than the first one. And that one responded nicely, went through the pins great. Way to come back from the first frame miss. Meanwhile, Larry King.
So Holden
struck
pretty excited
on
that he
lane
won
2.
fourth high game.
Comes up on lane 1 a little heavy, leaving a 6-pin there.
yeah, I asked him, and he's like, no, it's okay.
You can't get in high game after game 4, though. That's tough. It's okay. All right, so we just realized that fourth high game was Holden, and Mrs. Brady's like, "Oh, we forgot to pay out game 4 high game. It was Holden, and he was so excited that he won the money. So good for Holden."
Larry King spares on that 6-pin. That's a great shot.
Yeah. So
That's
Splinter
an
getting the big
interesting
double.
Splinter moved to the Pork Daddy.
He
on
did.
Lane 5.
And I think, honestly, because
After-
that ball will pick up a little faster, I think he just needs to trust it a little bit on that lane and not, because that lane doesn't like to see it through, the back part of the lane because that lane goes a little longer. But the urethane picks up a little faster, especially a 500 grit urethane. So I think he can.
Stephen Major just flogged the 10-pin there.
You won it, dude. I'm not
Wait,
good.
was Glossy not in?
I agree. Right, but they weren't in. They weren't in.
Was Glossy not in?
He did brackets. He didn't do high game.
Tommy Guns.
I try to talk people into high game. It's the biggest no-brainer you can do. Just get in high game. You can have a terrible day and still win money.
Sunny D checking in. I missed the head pin 4 times on lane 5 today. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, this pattern, if you missed way left,
made that
it was
man a
missing
gunner?
head pin
I
left.
did, sir.
And if you missed a little right, it could miss the head pin right because there was 0 hook outside
Wait a minute.
to start the
Did
day.
Tommy
at
Guns
least.
miss the 5 pin?
Yes, he did.
No, it wasn't. It was the 4-pin, wasn't it?
No, it was a 5 pin.
It was a 5-pin.
Yeah, because he
On
crumbled
lane
the bucket.
5?
Yeah, he crumbled the bucket and left the 5.
Deflected to the right of the 5-pin on the first shot, and then went left on the second.
Oh, I thought it was the 4-pin he missed. I can't see with the pole.
Yeah. Well, the pole's in the way, so.
So
Well,
that might not be
anyways,
a good seat for
so
you if you
anyways,
wanna
that
commentate, bro. Just saying.
so Tommy Guns owes $6 then for the Beastie Bowlers fund, going 5-pin whip, just to let him know after the tournament. He'll have enough money in his pocket to pay the fine.
Yeah,
So it's a $20 5-pin.
Well, no, it's
Larry
only $6
King
fine.
with a great
Now it's
shot.
Now it's a $20. Yeah, right. Oh, great shot by Guns getting around that hang spot, getting it to the gutter, and watching it just face up and just shred the rack. So he right now, though, unfortunately for him, is facing an 11-pin deficit. It could be 21 if Splinter strikes here. So Splinter getting off to another lead through 3 frames, which has been his MO so far. I mean, he gets off to the faster starts than his opponent, and that making your opponent play catch up it's hard to do on a pattern that can kind of bite you a little bit.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So he really rolled that power torque curl really well last time. Let's see what he does this time.
Left. Oh, that
Ooh,
helps.
it
Helps.
snap.
Well, it probably, you get that little bit of urethane wash through the track. There's so much urethane go down the lane today that, and that's, again, that's his conventional thinking of
getting out of the urethane at the right time, going to the resins, which will set up and give you more on the back.
Larry King just crossed over to double up over there, putting some stress on Stephen Major, who kind of misses left and three
So Larry
sixes.
King actually takes the lead, a 3-pin lead for Larry King now after Stephen Major went front 3 and then whiffed the single pin. So Costly whiffed single pins here in the round semifinals. One by Stephen. We had one by Splinter in the first frame. We had one by Guns in the second frame.
You don't know what else he done is Larry.
And well,
There's still a lot of game left.
there's still a lot of game. Oh, that was left. That made Splinter missed that one left.
Speaking of the whip single pin, here comes the guy.
Yeah, and that's what happened. If you miss left, man, that ball
Oh God,
it
I
caught
had
fire.
you had one today that did that. I had one today that did that.
Yep.
So easy to do. Even if you were playing straight at it, I mean, you were throwing a directional shot at your 7-pin on one, and it still grabbed.
It still grabbed,
and
yeah.
went in the left gutter.
Yep.
So it was not like you were like hooking it. You were just trying to play straight, and it still hooked.
Yep. And that was the middle of the lane.
So let's reset the scores on 5 and 6. Splinter with a 2-pin deficit to Guns right now. Stephen Major in big trouble. Big trouble. He goes now 104 in the 5th with a 4.67. That's a tough split.
I got the 4-pin to fly out of the.
Holy Moses! Did you see that ball?
Wow, that ball hooked
that was interesting.
instantly. Wow, man, absolutely.
Yeah, he said the same thing. I did not see that coming. I think that
Lane
ball.
5 is a goddamn.
That's weird.
conundrum, man.
It is like maybe a board or two right of that. It probably wiggles and misses the headpin right, or just barely touches the headpin.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
that's
talking
the
a
thing.
margin here that's small.
Wow, I can't believe that hooked that much. Wow, that thing hit the lane and just started hooking.
It is my opinion that lane 5 is the hardest lane in the
Well, for me, it's lane 15. Like for me, it's for the lefties, it's not even close. 15, just I always use
Oh,
it.
Larry King,
I mean, you could use
crumble
a
biscuit,
360
puts
grit,
that shit on everything.
3-inch pin ball.
That's
and
gonna
not
hurt
hit
if you're
it.
Steve Major.
Splinter was a smart
Splinter
play there.
throwing
Just
it
throwing
dead straight.
Yeah, I
That
don't
looked
blame
good.
him. That lane got weird in a hurry. So I wonder if the play on that lane is to get what Guns did last time and get right at the gutter and get
Yeah,
around that
just
track.
way
It's
right.
either at the gutter or you're gonna be right at the shim.
Right. And that the shim is hard though because you have
A lot of over under.
Yeah.
as evidenced by that one by Splinter.
Larry King's still out there at the
Boy,
gutter
is he
on
throwing
lane
it
one,
good
and
right
that
now.
looked great.
Yeah,
Hamburger
he's
sandwich
a
over
hamburger
there.
sandwich for Larry.
He's taking a commanding lead in that match.
Future left-handed Hall of Famer over there.
Could be.
Tommy
has a
Guns. I'm on
37
six.
pin lead.
There's that butter spot
Oh, wow.
right there.
Dude, 37 pin lead for Larry King. Stephen
Guns
King taking a
with huge
re-rack.
double there.
Guns getting to the gutter on both lanes now, and I think he's found that sweet spot with the resin that it clears the fronts better than the urethane, but it's popping off the back.
I like how you combined Stephen Major and Larry King there. Stephen King.
Did I call him Stephen King?
Yeah, you did. That's perfect.
That is
Stephen
perfect. Well, I bet he feels like he's in a fucking horror movie right now. 37 pins down with 4 frames to go. So he's throwing it through the pet cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh!
Gets him to crumble.
Crumble in the
inside.
casket.
Nice shot, Church.
Six pins on the deck.
Right. All right, so
Tommy right out in
that was
the
left. That was left from last. Oh, and it shimmed up, like you said, hit that little shim spot. But he was playing the gutter, shimmed it up, so now he takes a 78. Give him a 22-pin lead over Master Splinter as they sit right now, going into the 6th frame for Splinter. He's going to stay with the torque curl on the right lane. He's got the same philosophy as Guns on the right lane. Get it to the gutter and watch it bounce.
Yeah. Stephen Major bounces back with a double there.
If he strikes
but
here, I
it's
wonder
gonna
if he
be-
recommits, changes strategy, recommits to the gutter on lane 5.
Uh-oh.
That was a little bit right. A little bit right. But again, when you're playing the gutter, you're going to throw one in there.
Yeah,
once in a
if
while.
you're truly playing the gutter, you're
It
going to put
happens
it in.
to all of us, really, that want to play the gutter.
Let's see if Larry King can keep steamrolling here.
Larry throws this one, and this match
That was
is
a little
just
in.
about over.
Oh, and he
wow.
almost crumbles
Larry's
it.
gonna crumble
Missed a
another
little
one.
right, and
All right, so
only a 7
we'll
pin.
reset the score over there. Give Larry, if he spares, 169 in the 7th. That gives him a 26-pin lead over Stephen Major.
You know what's even more exciting, Frankie, is we are frames away from dropping that pattern for next week.
Yes, we are. Oh, Larry missing
wow.
it. That's a big miss. Splinter tried the purple hammer there on the spare shot, came in light, going 9. So he's 85 in the 6th. You just have to take a minute, mentally reset here, and kind of refocus here for frame 7.
Now he's trying to figure out what he's going to put his thumbs in.
Well, yeah, I mean, do you try to commit to that gutter with the resin, or do you try to stay in that kind of feather the urethane a little bit?
Right.
It's so hard because the urethane looks so good for him today. Up till now.
Oh, wow.
Larry King with a great
King.
recovery. So
Great
basically,
shot.
Stephen Major can strike out for 233. Larry King can strike out for 237. That is all of a sudden has become a match. Larry was starting to run away with it. He goes 9-0 in the 8th. Let Stephen back in. And now see if Stephen can take advantage here in the 9th. He can cut that lead down to 4 pins right here. Going with the loft shot. Yeah, he moved in with the. It looked like he was using a rattler at that time. It looked like a rattler. I could be wrong.
I
Tried to loft it.
I think if he didn't loft it so much, it might have given him a little bit more on it.
Oh, Stephen Major comes in heavy.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that is a rattler for Splinter on that shot. Make the spare, you never know. I mean, guns are still going to have to stay clean, but to see if he
throwing
can.
a weak cover resin with a little polish on it and hammer on the.
Yeah, he's throwing it. He's splitting it right out there at the channel, which is a good part of the lane for him to play. Stephen Major with a big non-strike in the 9th. That's going to really. He has to make the spare to have any shot in the 10th in that match. Now he's down 17.
Splinter decides to get around the purple on his spare shot.
Yeah, and that, to cover both pins, that's, good call. So Splinter gets out of that. Stephen Major makes the spare. So if he strikes out now, he goes 210, which will force Larry to mark. So, I mean, that match
Still
isn't
not
over.
Yeah.
No, but he's got to go to the mat now. Anything less than a double in the 10th, Larry just needs pin count.
So as we're coming down to the end of this game, guys, now is the time where you might want to share this because we're about to drop that pattern here soon.
The Mulligan's 2 oil pattern drops here in a few short minutes, so you're not going to want to miss that.
Tommy
Is
Gunn.
Cheese blowing in that tournament?
He is not. No, he is not. No, he is
A
not.
little weak there.
I just want to be there if he is.
I think Guns will be happy with that, though. I mean, honestly, at this point, if you can just go pocket 10 pin and make it, that's like I said earlier when I had that game where I had 6 straight single pins and was making them.
Yeah, just
So
9
2-0.
spares. Good.
9 spares, great. 9. I'd rather be shooting at corner 7 pins than Greek churches and Pro Tour washouts all day. So there's a big one for Stephen Major, which
Pro
is
Tour washouts were my favorites. Man.
yeah. Well, that's easy to do today when you get it away from you a little bit on this pattern. So let's see, Guns. Oh, that might miss.
Ooh, that's in.
So again, this match isn't over. You just, even though Guns has a 30-pin lead right now, there's 3 frames to go. That's a big
still,
miss. That's
yeah.
another single pin miss. So
Still
Guns only
opens up
1
the
for
game.
3 on single pins right now.
Stephen Major can throw a big strike here.
He has to have this. Has to have it. To have any chance in this match.
Oh,
It's over. It's over. Best he can do is 200. Larry King will just need 7 pins on his first ball to lock it up. I think Larry can handle that.
Doesn't he?
And
He has
really,
2
7
balls
pins
to
on
get
2
that,
balls.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he's on a strike. So that was a good ball. Good spot. Hit the sweet spot. Threw it really good on that one. Stephen Major with a 200 even. And Larry King needs 7 pins on 2 balls. I like his chances, Ding Dong.
Yeah. So it looks like we might have a lefty here in the finals, Frankie.
Yep. So once again, Frankie, terrible at predictions. Not a
I feel
surprise.
good. I look good. I like my chances.
That's definitely good enough for 7. That's 8.
Yep, that's
So
8.
he is moving
Let's
on
go
to the
then.
finals. It'll be Larry King versus to be determined. I'll tell you right now, if Splinter could just find something to strike in the 8th and 9th and just put a little bit of pressure on Tommy Guns.
That might be exactly what he needs, Frankie.
Yes, I agree. And
Uh-oh,
that's
that
going to
hook
go runaway
early.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Wow, did that hook early.
That purple hammer's picking up so quick.
That
Yeah.
thing
Yeah,
hooked
that's
way too close.
I think
to him.
the fronts maybe have gone away a little too much for that on that pair anyway.
Did he get it? Was the speed lower, Frankie?
No,
half mile an hour?
15.7. I mean,
I thought it said
kinda right in this
15.1.
yeah,
I thought it said
15.7, kind of
15.1.
right in that zone. You know, he's been, he was in that zone 3 and 4. He had a lot of them in that 15.7, 15.8 range, which was great.
Yeah. I thought
Um,
it said 15.
Yeah, so it just picked up so early. Larry just pounded it up that first arrow.
Oh, yeah. It gets it shake. Good spare by Splinter there.
Yeah, 217 to 200 win for Larry King. He will be in our final match against To Be Determined. Splinter down 31 with a spare up in the 8th. To have any chance here, he's got to strike in the 9th. Has to have it. Needs a little bit of help from Tommy Guns, obviously.
He's
Let's just play it
back.
out. Say Tommy goes 9-0 in the 9th. So that'll give him 163.
Looks like
in the
he
9th.
pulled that Rattler back up, maybe, Frankie.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think if you ask him, he probably either didn't play the part of the lane that he needed to, or just didn't throw
Got
it.
too much air under it, maybe, yeah.
So we'll see what he does on this one. I think he wants to roll it closer to the gutter. Actually, I think that was the purple reactive.
Oh, was it?
I don't think, because that was definitely the purple reactive. Little lower diff ball, but tried to get it closer to the gutter. It didn't quite get to where he wanted. So, it's just ball reaction wise. He's doesn't have a great look on 5 and 6.
I think next time we need to put the finals in 5-6.
That would make for an interesting finals. It definitely would. It would bring a whole lot of things
Because
into
no
play.
matter how far it looks like somebody's running away with it on 5 and 6.
Right.
they're
It's
not.
never over. Right, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's just having a little.
That's look like that. Like the approaches kind of got him on that one a little
Yeah.
bit. And they're a little tacky on this side today. It's humid, and they were tacky to start.
Humidity here is high as hell.
Yeah,
It is,
on the 9 through 20 side, I didn't really notice any. Like they were fine. It was a little less humid on that side. It was a little bit better.
Which is weird because it's got a low ceiling.
But you have no front door opening on that side either. So as the day goes on, people coming in and out, it makes a difference.
Yeah, and for November 6th, I mean, this has been a hot week. It was like 70
can
degrees
stay this
yesterday.
way
It
the
was
rest of the
68
winter.
today.
I
you
mean,
know.
Tomorrow's going to be.
Trust me, my heating oil bill would thank Mother Nature.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
definitely going to
Guns.
be dropping in the middle of the week.
Oh, did you see? I saw your post about the.
See that?
Yeah. You need like pills for this or something. That was pretty funny.
All right, love you guys.
All right, love you
See
too,
ya.
brother. See you guys. That was Gutter Boy hanging out with us for a little bit. So Tommy Guns, best Master Splinter can do is 162 if he strikes out. If Tommy makes a spare, he's already going to be in the 160s going into the 10th. So Tommy Guns, as long as he keeps it on the lane in the 10th frame, will be moving on. Actually, it doesn't even matter. He's 165 if he throws it in the moat. So Tommy Guns will move on to face Larry King. We have a bow power against an out-of-towner in the finals. I believe Larry King's a New Hampshire guy. And let's get your predictions, folks. We're going to go an early prediction here. I think I got to stay with no lefty winning this thing. I got to stay with Tommy Guns. I'm going to go Tommy Guns 3 and 4 look pretty good for the righties. I'm going to say 224 to 211 win over Larry King.
Oh, wow. That's, So I'm going to have to go with Tommy Guns as well because 3 and 4 did look good for the righties. Tommy Guns was able to get a great look on 1 and 2, so I imagine his look will be even better on 3 and 4. I'm going to say 218 to 192.
Okay. All right, so we're both going Guns. So Sarah says Tommy.
Sarah's checking in. That's
Yeah,
Dirty Lou checking
the
in
Dirty
with
Lou
the Tommy
crew.
win.
So, what a great run today by both Stephen Major and Master Splinter, picking up a nice payday and, good experience on a pattern we haven't really ever bowled on before. So Tommy Gunn's just going to finish out the 10th. Splinter, and guess what? At the conclusion of their 10th frame, the dollar!
Dust in the gutter. Just had to get that skittle out of the 30 feet out of the gutter there.
Right. And, so nice run by Splinter and Stephen Major. And then, a great bowler by Tommy Gunn to Larry King to make the finals.
So Splinter did try the loft shot there in the 10th.
Yeah,
It didn't
it's still
look great.
hooked. Yeah, it's still hooked. Like, Gunn just roping one down the center of lane 5. He goes a 194, officially 194 to 150 win. And guess what, folks? We're going to move this camera over to 3 and 4. And while they're bowling practice, we are dropping the Mulligan Stew oil pattern on y'all. Yeah, look at Hungus over here. He's waiting with bated breath. What's that? Yeah. Oh. So here's our pattern now. Hung in. Yeah, I'll give you a little early.
But I'll look at it for a while.
So you got the oil going out that way, dryer in
All right, folks.
All right, here we go. So
Here we go.
we're getting everything set up here for the finals on 3 and 4. Cameras set.
All right,
so
so I guess we're ready.
We are ready. It is time. Ding dong. Let's put our pattern for Mulligan Stew up.
And here we go.
Here
folks.
it is,
Here
folks. It is on your screen. So everyone knows how the Christmas tree is your traditional house shot oil pattern. We have flipped it, reversed it, and it's a reverse Christmas tree for our tournament. Lowered the ratios, made it a Christmas tree for the back part of the lane. 38 feet, 25.71 mils, a ratio of 166 to 1. Inverse Christmas tree. It's the Christmas tree from hell. We are calling it the FDDS Death Miss. Not Christmas, but Death Miss pattern.
Death Miss tree. And it's
Yeah,
kinda
look
like
at those fronts. Look at the outside with the more oil, outside down lane, the reverse Christmas tree.
Have you ever seen those trees where they hang them from the ceiling, Frankie, and then the stars at the bottom?
Yeah,
This is what that is like
that's it.
as far as oil patterns go.
It is the FDDS Death Miss oil pattern, the Christmas tree from hell. And
You guys
it is
can see it on your screen
right now. That is Mulligan Stew's oil pattern for next week. And we will have it on our page in full with the description and everything after the conclusion of this tournament once we finish the live broadcast. But again, 38 feet, 25.71 mils, 1.66 to 1 ratio. The Christmas tree from hell coming at you. FDDS Death Miss. It is in our signature series oil patterns that are going to be downloadable for your Envoy oil machine. So there you go. There it is, folks. Yeah. So next week, next Sunday, Mulligan Stew, 4 spots left. Get your if you haven't got in yet, get in. Email us at thefrankieanddingdongshow@gmail.com. thefrankieanddingdongshow@gmail.com. You're not going to want to miss it. I cannot wait to bowl in this pattern. Christmas tree from hell, FDDS Death Miss. Let's freaking go.
I really personally
I want to
love the
see some
graph at
comments
the top.
rolling in for this, folks. Where's the comments?
I love the graph at the top, Frankie. It looks like the Christmas tree is on fire. The fire in the front part of the lane. If you look at the graph down towards that last panel, the last section of oiling, you got really heavy oil in the back. So this is an upward ski slope, folks. It's going to be like your ball is speeding up going down the lane. I have a prediction that there will be a couple people that will be able to find a shape out there. But I'll tell you right now, when you miss, I think it's really going to hurt you. Kind of like today's pattern was. Again, get in to it. Get on the list. thefrankieanddingdongshow@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
You will want a bowl on Death Miss. Let's see what we have. We have a comment coming in from Ruby. Yuck. That looks like a block of oil.
Yeah, down lane.
Yeah, right. Not in the heads.
Not in the heads.
Your Christmas tree is on fire in the heads. I
Right,
love that graph.
Yeah, the graph just really brings it home for you. You know what I mean? So yeah, but again, 25.7, you got plenty of volume. Maybe not in the places you want it, but you got plenty of volume. So yeah, let's get to this match here. Practice is over. So we're going to get into it. And so we have our higher seed, which is, I have no idea who the higher seed is in this match. I think Larry, or maybe it's Tommy. I don't know who's the higher seed.
Larry King.
Larry
All right,
King
so
is-
Larry will decide. If I'm Larry, I'm not letting a righty finish on lane 3. That's just my opinion. But I would make Tommy start the match and have him finish on lane 4. So
Well, I guess we'll see how it shakes out, folks. So get your reservations in for next week's tournament. Mulligan Stew, you will not want to miss it. Once again, you get 1 mulligan in your 4 games of qualifying, and then that's when the real fun starts, Frankie. Once you get into match play, you get to take a mulligan on your opponent.
absolutely, you make your opponent rethrow a shot. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely a different format, but especially on this oil pattern we're going to be putting out there, I am excited to see how this plays in this building.
We have Stephen Cloutier coming in, kingpin for the guns.
Nice. All right,
He's
so
going for
look at Larry
guns, and
King
then
making
Sonny
Tommy
D
Gunn start
locked
the
in the
match.
heads
Here we go.
next week. Tommy Guns with a nice strike to start. Sonny D talking about lofting the heads next week. I wonder, does that give a little advantage to a player like Splinter, who can loft the heads a little easier?
Oh, possibly. It's hard to say. I mean, none of us have ever bowled on anything like this before. So, I mean, it's going to be a new experience for all of us. Conventional wisdom says if you can get it through the front part of the lane and you can kind of keep it tighter and play that shim down lane, then yes, that should be a really good strategy. But I don't really know.
I don't know. So,
you're not going to want to swing. You're not going to want to start in and swing it because you're going to be tracing the oil line all the way to the ditch. Basically, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So it's never going to start.
It's just going to be like shoom, 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 shoom.
Right. So
three off the right, three off the left, whatever.
And it's long enough where if you try to play like 20 and play the shim,
right,
I don't think you're going to have enough lane for it to recover.
I think honestly, your lower diff, high RG stuff might be in play. You might be able to kind of play around in maybe just inside the track area with that
to try to get it through the heads a little.
The heads a little bit and let that ball kind of work. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'll bring a variety of equipment for sure.
Yeah,
and we'll kind of see maybe an ASIM or two, maybe some rattler action for me, and obviously purple reactive. Obviously, some purple hammers will be in my bag, but we'll see.
Larry King bounced back off that open to throw a strike.
Looks like both bowlers have a better look on the left lane. Ozzy, taking off, kid? All right,
so we have Tommy Gunn starting with a strike. You got Larry King going 9 open strike.
Yeah, for sure.
It's early. These bowlers are bowling for a $1,000 first place win. But you're going to want to come out and bowl on the death miss next week. When you do not have a chance to bowl on this anytime in your life, it's worth the money just to try.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, look at him lay that down so clean. I mean, you couldn't even hear it hit the lane.
That was beautiful.
So Tommy Gunn's jumping on his opponent early, taking a 21-pin lead. And again, that's been a keys in a lot of these matches. I know the last game, Splinter got on Guns a little bit early, but Guns kind of made that move to the gutter and made up those sticks. And this game, he's just like, you know what, let's go off to the races.
So Sonny D coming in saying it's going to be very interesting next week.
It really
I agree.
is.
And honestly, if you're on the fence about bowling on it, now that we dropped the pattern, you really should
do it. It's going to bring a whole lot of different styles in play in different parts of the lane that people don't normally play, and it should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And, I got to think that even the lower average players probably have a better chance next week because I think it's really going to bring the field together. Obviously the better bowlers are going to be looking for a shape, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to create the shape that you're going to want to see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. See you later, HBK. It'll be, again, do you play inside, keep it tight, and hope that it kind of just holds there for you? Do you try to loft the heads in the track area and do it that way? I mean, I think trying to play the gutter is going to be hard because unless you're lofting it, playing the gutter, which is infinitely harder, you're going to have a hard time because the gutter in the front's going to want to hook way too fast.
Yeah, and here's the deal. You loft it and it bounces. If it bounces too much, you're bouncing into the oil.
Absolutely.
It never grabs.
Right.
If it doesn't bounce as much on one of them, it grabs the oil. So, it's really, I don't know. I'm not sure what the answer is yet because I haven't thrown a shot on it. It's a brand new custom oil pattern that we just built, and it's unlike anything else you'll ever bowl on. Much like the rest of our
if you want to put
patterns.
something like that out for your tournaments, please get a hold of us. Greg can get you the pattern. You can download it to your Envoy oil machine. We got a bunch of patterns now lined up in our pattern library, and they're a lot of fun. They're challenging. They're definitely still scoreable. As evidenced by the last tournament. Heck, I shot 279 in the round of 8 last tournament.
We had a 290 last week, a couple of games in the 270s. We had a player average 240 last week, Frankie.
Yeah, even though the cut was obviously low like we like, you can still, someone can still find it and pound it, as they say. So
yeah. So, And who's to know if you don't try and come out and bowl on it? Who's to know if it's going to be one of those patterns that matches up to your game or not?
I agree. Yep, you come out, test your skills against some of the best bowlers in New England.
And you know what? You either win or you learn is one of the favorite sayings you've ever said to me, Frankie.
Absolutely.
And the thing of it is when you put the tougher shots out there, I think you learn more about yourself and about your game
Absolutely.
and about the game as a whole.
It's a good measuring stick, and if you struggle in one tournament, we've had people struggle for multiple tournaments, and then they get better at shot making, playing different angles, consistency with speed, and all of a sudden they're making cuts. Look at Trash Island today; it's a great example of that.
Yeah,
a guy who's really hasn't made a lot of cuts comes into this tournament, throws the ball great, makes a cut, wins a match, makes a top 8 finish, and all of a sudden people are like, "Who's this guy?" So, making
absolutely.
a name for yourself, and, the more tournaments you bowl, the more experience you get, the better you get at it. So come on out and challenge yourself on some of the harder oil patterns you're ever going to find anywhere. I guarantee it. So,
yeah, absolutely. We're building the oil pattern, so we can tell you that they're some of the hardest that you're ever going to bowl on.
We take tips and clues from other patterns we see and stuff we bowl on and say, you know what? Let's do this. Let's tweak this. Let's add here. Let's take away there, and let's come up with something funky.
Oh, wow.
That should bounce, though. That'll bounce.
Guys.
He gets it to the gutter on both lanes, really. I mean, because 3 is the same thing for him. He just needs to keep it away from trying to play straight in that track area because it's kind of burnt. Those heads are burnt. The urethane is taken it out of the heads, pushed it down lane. But that shim and that bounce is still on the gutter down lane. So if he can kind of roll it through the heads, through the front to get it to the gutter, he will create that kind of shape he's looking for. And right now, Tommy Gunn's with a 23-pin lead. If he strikes here, gives himself a 33-pin lead. And he's proving that apparently you don't need to make single pins to win matches because he struggled with them last game, too.
Yeah, well, true. But I got to tell you, it's hard to trust it way out there down lane that far out, Frankie. See
that?
Wow,
5-pin out of there.
That's the 5-pin.
Look at that. Sweep the leg.
I was just going to say that one didn't nearly get out as far as 4 boards left of the last one, at least at the break point. And it almost didn't even take out the 5-pin. The ball didn't hit the 5-pin. Something came off of the wall and took it out.
So now Tommy Gunn's extending that lead to 33 pins. Oh, Larry King with a nice comeback
great
shot there.
So that's exactly what Larry King needed, was a great,
right,
hard strike like that.
Zone 1, we have, looks like 6.4 mils in the first zone.
So, yeah, we have a question coming
3.2, 3.2. So, yes, that is, looks like 6.4 total. 3.2 side to each side.
So there you go, Sonny D. Oh, Larry.
Oh, Larry.
Huge double right there.
Look at him
exactly
shredding
what
the
he
rack,
needed.
sending the pins across the lane into the left gutter. So Larry now cuts it to 23 pins.
Yeah, well, so you got to figure, Sonny D, we can't really make the fronts completely burnt because we got to protect the lane panels.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the center,
It's a lot of buff in that zone, obviously, but we definitely don't want the lane beds to get fried. That was in a little.
Oh,
Still gets the 10 out. The last one got to the
high,
gutter
hard
and
one a
obviously
little
went
bit
dead
there.
flush, but that was a little harder, straighter, but
Putting that
he's
shit on
created a
everything.
little bit of area for himself, and he gets it back to 33 pins and can extend it to 43 if he strikes here in the 7th.
So, yeah, if you haven't signed up, once again, go ahead and email us at thefrankieanddingdongshow@gmail.com. Tell us that you want to get in on Mulligan
Shake and
Soup.
bake!
Wow, Tommy Gunn.
43 pins.
Lighten
lead
up
for
the grill.
Yeah.
Throwing on the hamburger
lighten
sandwich.
up that Tommy Gunn. On a side note, man, the Patriots' offense is trash. I know you don't watch football, but it is garbage. It is absolute hot garbage.
Are they playing with balls again like the USBC?
No, well, I'd rather watch them play with balls than USBC play with balls.
I don't know. The football looks like a giant shit.
It's tapered
Yeah,
on both ends,
right.
double tapered. You know, if you ever get a chance,
wow.
if you want to hear about a great story about double tapered shit, listen to George Brett on YouTube talking about shit in his pants from back in the day. George Brett, obviously, the Kansas City Royals, great player. And yeah, George Brett talking about the story, not the one time. Apparently, he used to do this on the regular, but it was hilarious.
So, Sonny D saying he doesn't think he's pulled on many uphill
Attaboy,
tapers. Yeah, well, because there's not a lot of them out there because people like to score. They don't
Larry
like
King
they
now
don't
just
like
keep-
tough stuff. Most of the bowling world wants to go in there and not think and shoot great games. They're not bowling nerds who want to learn how to bowl well quick. When you want to learn how to bowl well quick, you bowl on
And
the tough
you know,
shit.
like with us, like we had our long and short of it last year, 1-to-1, flat 30, flat 50. I mean, I'll guarantee we're going to do our long and short of it this year. Will we do the same exact patterns? Who knows? So
we will not, Frankie.
yeah, we don't like to do that. We like to
No.
create new stuff.
Well, I already kind of had an idea for this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can fill me in over dinner.
I
Anyone
will.
else have dinner suggestions? Larry bouncing one.
Larry!
Oh!
Oh!
Bouncing it
Wow!
off the ditch. Couldn't get it out though.
You know, he got royally fucked on that last shot. Threw it
That
pretty good
7-9?
and kind of just flack 7-9.
Yeah.
Got royally fucked on that one again. Threw it really good and 10-pinned on that. So, you know, and going up against Tommy Guns starting to find a look.
Yeah. 6 strikes out of 7 frames for Guns. That's an uphill battle to begin with.
Yeah. It's still going to be a good payday for Larry King, though. A great showing for him.
$500. None of
And
that's
it's not
nothing to sneeze
over.
at.
Let's face it, it's not over. Tommy
If
Guns
Gun
could
strikes
fall
here.
and break a leg or something.
Gun strikes here. It's over. He could fall and break a leg after that, and I think he would still win. Because right now he's looking at a.
I think he would have to fall and hit his head on the pole.
If he strikes here, he's got a 57-pin lead, FYI, with 2 frames to go.
Ooh, crop dusting territory?
Oh yes.
Oh, Tommy Gunn! Yahtzee!
We have now entered the crop dust zone. The plane is fueled up. It's going to go over the field.
Dusty crop hopper is ready to go.
Get the crop hopper ready. We are crop hopping right now. Oh, I love me a little Led Zeppelin here. This is a great call.
Oh, we need a ball return.
That's the only way Guns might not win right now. The ball's not coming. His ball stays down there.
So,
Hey, yeah,
Is
absolutely. We even mentioned that on the telecast. Tommy proving that you don't need to make spares to win a match.
is this like a third win for Tommy?
Yes, it will be. It'll be his
Second
third
card
win in the
last
last calendar month, 12 months. So
Yeah. Yeah, 87,000 IRS agents don't need to know that number. We're getting paid in Monopoly money, folks.
yes,
Yeah, all of the
Um,
Monopoly money.
right. Like, like Tommy's hanging out in like the Park Place boardwalk area of town, and Frankie's hanging out like Mediterranean and Baltic.
Yeah,
So
I'm at Waterworks, so
yeah,
You saw that too.
Houseball came back with it. Where was that thing been hanging out?
right.
Like seriously?
Oh no, Splinter cleared a Deadwood. That's why.
Oh, is that why? No. Okay.
You're right. Joey brought it over.
Oh, he brought it over. Oh!
Oh, Guns. All right.
All
Doesn't
right, flag
slap
it for
him.
good measure, kid.
He does not crack open the
Put
six
$5
pack.
on it, that he probably misses it.
Frankie, riding his ass a little bit because his
That's what
spare
Frankie
shooting
does.
has not been.
Let's put it this way: the
As
best Larry
on
can do is
par.
190, and Guns is already in the 200s with a frame to go. Noonan.
Guns makes his spare,
Try.
even though we have the Sparkles style
Right.
heckling.
Way to
back
make
here.
your first single pin today, kid. Nothing
Larry
like humiliating
King.
your opponent by making your first single pin in
wraps the
7
7
games.
pin.
Just kidding.
You know, you got to
sure
give
he's
it
made
to
at least
Larry.
one today.
He's throwing it
Dude,
in the
Larry
pocket,
was awesome.
throwing
today.
it good.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
really just
you know,
not seeing the carry.
Holding
on
the
this game.
flag down for us lefties out there. Lefty power!
And consequently, he has the same spare ball as you do, Frankie.
So Frankie left that ball at home today. Frankie just shot spares with nothing but perps today.
Just the perpetrators today.
And I shot at a lot of single pins.
Yeah, well, on a tough shot, you tend to shoot at a lot of spares. So
I shot at way too many splits.
oh, Larry,
Come on, give it to him.
Cannot get the ball to go through the pins.
All right,
the right
so
way.
our tournament champion, Tommy Guns. That's right.
Tommy
True
Gunn
story.
jamming it into the pocket.
True story,
wrapping
Nut
it 10
Sauce.
pin.
That's accurate. He's yes. I don't know. Can we say that on the air? Nobody's listening anyway. No. You can't say goddamn on the air.
Larry King.
Larry's not a natural lefty, by the way, just to let you know, but he's trans-handed. And then like broke all of his bones in the right side of his body.
That's what you should do. You should go
He's
monkey.
like
There we
he's
go.
like hey, listen, Larry's like a better version of Pete Muzzy.
Yeah. Did you? Okay. So,
And we're back.
So Tommy Guns, if you had Tommy Guns winning,
Nice
you
nice
were
bowling
in
today,
the
Larry.
right.
Nice job, brother. Tommy Guns with the win. We're gonna get him in the booth for the
Come
interview
on
afterwards.
over into the booth,
How you gonna
Tommy.
go up?
Get into the booth so we can get you in here and interview you real quick.
All right.
3:20, only an hour away from Magic Hour.
So here we go.
All right.
Let's get Tommy Guns.
Look at
into
this, Frankie with the
booth.
zombie shirt. All right, so Tommy Guns, great bowling today, brother. Nice job. Nice win today. Third win,
Tommy
basically.
Guns.
So, Tommy, were you resin all day today? I saw you try the perp a little bit, but
I threw the purple all game one on 17 and 18.
okay.
Shot 2-0.
Yeah.
Actually looked pretty good. Got to 3 and 4, and it looked atrocious.
So you went to the 3D from there, right? Did you go 3D or did
No.
you go damn good?
Nope. The only time I threw the 3D today was on 1 and 2.
Okay, so I saw you use that. I wasn't sure, you know.
Yeah. No, that was the. I saw something like this little something in practice.
Yep.
Before we started match play, and I ran and grabbed it and just threw a couple shots with it. And yeah, those are the only 2 games I threw all day with it. But no, I threw the damn good solid pretty much all day. Other than that,
Okay.
so yeah, game 2, I shot a $146. I had like 50 something in the 5th with the purple hammer.
Okay.
And then I abandoned it after that.
Okay. Yeah, no, you threw it. You controlled it better. 5 and 6 looked like a challenge, especially for Splinter in that semifinals.
5 and 6 was a nightmare.
Did it look like the fronts were kind of gone and you had to
Yes.
get it to the gutter, like to get the shape you were looking for?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So the way it worked was, so you saw I flagged the 5-pin.
Yeah.
I basically did that because when Jimmy left the 2-pin, he threw it and the ball just shinned and it never saw the lane. So I was like, whatever. I'll just move my target aboard left so it doesn't squirt by the 5 on the right, and it immediately dug in. So there was like right around like 7, there was a real clear delineation between like where you could get the ball up the lane and where it wanted to stand up and
just
hook.
whoop.
So what I had to do is just parallel everything right, and literally just try to bounce it off too.
And that's kind of what it looked like was a good look, and not a lot of miss room, but again, it looked
No.
better than anything inside of that.
Yeah,
for sure.
and the reason was like, I had to make sure. I actually had a board left without the ball seeing the friction and standing up, because I was far enough right with my laydown
I
spot.
got you. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, great bowling today. Way to win.
Wonderful bowling.
Nice job to Larry for this.
That's a
Oh,
great
I want to
win
get
for
you haven't been. We announced the pattern for Mulligan Stew next week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I have it right
so-
here. This is the pattern. It is, it's a reverse Christmas tree.
Oh, that's good.
And, it's 25 mils, 1.66 to 1. So your Christmas tree goes this way with a little bit of flame retardant in the front.
Oh, that's good.
So what do you think? Your initial thoughts on the FDDS Death Mist Christmas tree from hell?
I'll probably just build lasers right down the middle. Honestly.
All right, so there you go.
There you
There's
go.
our tournament champion, Tommy Guns. Well done today, sir.
Well
And
done today,
thank you,
Tommy.
everyone, for tuning in.
Great bowling today.
And thank you
Another
again
great
to our
win for
tournament
you.
sponsors,
3
Runs It
second place
Bowling.
finish. I lost my last 3 title matches. It feels good to finally
Feels
win
good.
one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
nice job, brother.
Yeah.
Bowler Villas Pro Shops, thank you for their sponsorship. Thank you to Karl Hungus at Bayside Bowl, all the staff, and Ding Dong, great job on the mic today.
And
Thank you. Great job for you too, Frankie. Let's
yeah.
check this last comment.
last
that's
comment coming in, Aaron Tibitot, and
Congrats.
G4 saying congrats to Tommy as well. So yeah, Tommy Guns winning the Hungus Karl's World Tour CBA short pattern, and so check us out here next Sunday at Bayside Bowl tournament. Mulligan Stew starts at 9 o'clock. Check in at 8 o'clock. We'll be live with you roughly 1:30 to bring you the stepladder finals. And we have 4 spots left right now. Definitely get in. You don't want to wait and miss this tournament. It's always one of our favorites. For King Ding Dong, I am Frankie Avalon. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see everyone here next week from Bayside Bowl.